Hey, welcome back to the Metropol Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. How's everyone doing? System outage, what's up, Zach? How are you doing? Thanks so much for dropping by. Today is, what is the date? It's a Thursday, that's for sure. It's April 5th. It's currently not spring technically where I am. It's still kind of snowing and really cold. On that note, I believe I have fallen a bit unwell, and I am building a fever up slowly. Hopefully it'll peak after we finish this. I also am developing a bit of a sore throat, and we've agreed to talk for the next 3 hours. So good luck me. I did have a lot of tea and a lot of liquids here to drink. I have peppermint tea, which I think putting lemon in it will help. But that seems like the kind of information you make up and assume it's the right information, and then you like end up feeding honey to a baby, and that. Tataki, what's up? Snowing here too. Yeah, right. It's spring, huh? In the world of Netrunner, today a new pack came out. This is the Devil and the Dragon. We actually just got it today on the way home. Got 20 cards. Let me tell you, if they could decide how to spell cipher, because we're now 1 for 1. Hey Andre, it's Dan. Awesome to finally meet you in Nationals. Glad to hear you did so well. How's it going, Maximum Mushi? Which Dan in specific? Dr. Apathy, thanks so much. Feel better. Thank you. I will try. Co-Raven, how you doing? This data pack is nuts. There's like a lot of really good stuff in here. We have this criminal ID that's kind of been a big deal for a while coming forward. It seems pretty good. We got a lot of actually like really good stuff in here. We'll be happy to do an unboxing. Dan McIntyre. Oh yeah, hey man, how's it going? It was really nice to meet you too. Hope you're feeling better too. I know at the time you were feeling a bit sick. How did the end of your nationals go? I didn't get to see you before we left. Lots of Toronto. A lot of really good cards here. We're gonna be talking. Well, what? That's good, huh? We're gonna be talking about them soon enough. I did record an unboxing for the corpse side of the Council of the Crest, and we recorded 2 of them, and none of them are good enough. Ben, what's up? Get well soon. Favorite data pack of the cycle so far? It's probably this one. It's probably this one. Let's see how it plays out, right? Happy Thursday. You look like a nail. How's it going? So we got a lot of stuff here. We're not gonna be playing this today because generally it takes a while for this stuff to be implemented on Jinteki.net. So it's not up yet. Does anybody know what the April Fool? I'm assuming Jinteki Natural Wildlife Preserve has to do something with the April Fools. Does anybody know what happened on April? I was not able to play Netrunner on that day on the April Fools. What is that up? Because Jinteki.net, I think it was last year or 2 years before, they had really good April Fools stuff going on. Kind of burnt out after being 5-1 after 3 rounds. I won the Store Championship at 4-1 the next weekend though, so I'm happy. Congrats, man. What were you playing? That's like the 3rd Store Championship in Toronto, I think. Toronto didn't have a lot this year, which is kind of interesting. Hey, Soul Survivor, anyone excited for some Slee EULA action? Firstly, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. I don't recognize that name. Maybe you're new around these parts. Yeah, it's pretty cool with Chief Slee. I think if you res a Chief Slee, you just go pay 6 credits, and then everyone trades 6 credits, so it's not that bad, let alone they res Slee. I think this card gets interesting with other stuff, like, I don't know, TLDR seems really silly. I think there's like a comma or something in here. Yeah, right? That was kind of funny. Everyone was randomly signed an animal team. Watch the Bayokan video. He was from Team Burb. Oh, cool. Okay. I gotta check that out. I haven't checked into Ben's channel for a bit. Also, how's it going, Ninja Mike? Still think that Slee deck has promise. Oh, boy. We had 2 in Toronto and 1 in Hamilton. A few of us went down to Buffalo. I played Biotech Brewery and Opus Max. Yeah, I've heard that. But the Biotech that you were playing and that other guy I met that I don't remember his name right now, another very nice dude, was doing really well in Toronto. Tanuki, what's up? How you doing? Couldn't really participate properly. Yeah, Netrunner DB was down this weekend. That was a bit of an unfortunate thing. April Fool's joke was that every card was transformed into Count Siphon. They did it back in the day where all the old cards, excuse me, or a bunch of cards on Jinteki.net. If you haven't been playing on Jinteki.net for years, what they did is they actually changed, and I have a bunch of these to show off. They changed a bunch of the cards on Jinteki.net to be the old Netrunner cards, and I actually have a bunch of these, and I play with them casually every once in a while. Like these sort of cards. I don't know if you've ever seen old Netrunner cards, but they're pretty hilarious. And there's actually a lot of cards that are straight reprints of old cards. So this is basically what Sure Gamble now became. Let's see if we can get that in there. It's called Score, which is a fun thing to yell because it scares your opponent because they think you took an agenda and says gain 9 bits. But there's like a whole bunch of cards that actually have direct reprints. Like Diesel used to be a coffee thing. It's called Jack and Joe. There's a couple other ones. This is like special order. Mind you, all the numbers on these are the same. Like it costs 1. It says find. I think this one's a program, not an icebreaker, so it's technically a bit better. But the art on these things are charming. And Magnum Opus is a news group filter, which was much more of a thing back in the day, from my understanding. Anyways, they did that once. That was cool. They also changed a bunch of things that sound effects, which was before Jinteki.net had sound effects. So it was actually like a cool testing ground for that technology, and it seems like it worked out. Yo, what's up, Tuman? How you doing? Austin, he's from Michigan. I'll send you a list, but I'm worried that 419 might keep TrapDecks for a little while, that the runner is new and hot. Yeah, TrapDecks got a bunch worse with our friend 419, the amoral scammer. Maybe you just add a couple psychic fields and you're good? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Stillway World Domination being a Wayland agenda. Is that a thing coming up soon, right? Alright, so we're going to start where we normally start with these streams. Hope everyone's doing alright, and that is with the deck list of the week. And this deck list of the week is a Haley deck, and it's called, a lot of people are calling this, hopefully it loads. Oh, look at that, charming. These are the decks that you might be hearing of. People are talking in the meta of Pirate Haley decks. And Pirate Haley decks are decks that generally relied on, this is why it's called Pirate, because it has Grappling Hook in it. It also has Kangamato and Gabahali, which is technically another pirate-esque themed card based off of Captain Hook, I guess. And these decks generally don't have a lot of breakers, but were powered by Tech Trader to give credits and then a bunch of things that trash to make money. They're generally pretty good. They don't run a lot of programs, so deep data mining is relatively easy to fire. You also have cards that very quickly allow you to contest remote servers, so you can't be rushed out that easily. Now, admittedly, you do have a lot of one-shot resources, so you have to use them a bit intelligently, but this is an archetype that I've been told is very competitive. Around my regions, we've yet to see it. Excuse me. I haven't seen this at casual or competitive tables, so I can't tell how good it is. Apparently, it's good enough. Here, Weston Odom, I think, won a store championship with it in Fremont, California. So I'm excited to try this out. Disclaimer, I'm not the best Shaper player, but this isn't that Shapery. This seems like it's going to play a lot more like a Geist deck without as much card draw. Instead, we're like camping the Laguna Velasco. So let's see how it goes. We do have fast advanced tech, which is pretty good. If we get a Clot on top of a Street Powder, that can get you through all the Titans that are cheesing out Swiss rounds at a lot of tournaments and store championships and GNKs right now. So that's cool tech. I read this write-up maybe a couple days ago, and I believe that the last-minute change from a legwork to a Clot worked out really well for Weston, so we're going to give that a shot. Taki says, I'm excited for Nob Curie. Yeah, I don't know, I thought the Anarch Virus console was going to be a bit stronger. That being said, it's pretty good. It's just not flashy, but it's definitely still pretty solid. You should put a game of OG Netrunner on the YouTube channel. I'm afraid I don't have enough cards to do that. I only bought singles off of eBay so I could replace some of my Netrunner cards, but I actually don't have like a legit deck. I'd love to though, try that game at some point. It seems very interesting. Yo, what's up, Jim? What do you make of Diesel and Laguna? You definitely need the card draw to set up. If you don't open with your Laguna, your Diesel's pretty good. Diesel costs nothing, so even if you jam it as a click, it's technically better than Laguna. It might not be the best, but Jim, I don't feel like I'm anyway at a point where I can critique this deck because I haven't played it. Tanuki's saying, here's to not seeing Scarcity turn 1. We have another Haley deck that I'm excited to try today that dies to Scarcity. This one at least has 2 interdiction. Maybe that's why Diesel's in the deck to help you. But yeah, Scarcity turn 1 is kind of the worst. I think you just pay attacks a bit. It's tough, but type of Jinteki runs poor. Yeah, also, Dan, for what that's worth, all these like Jinteki trap decks and like Titan fast events decks and decks that are actually kind of popular, depending on your meta, what a stupid sentence. Those are actually going to be put in a really bad spot in the near future because we don't have Account Siphon yet. And Account Siphon is coming back. It's in the 6th pack, so it's 2 months away. But there's so many decks right now that are floating on low econ and are just pushing to remote that have to be reevaluated at some point, and it's probably going to be soon. Dr. Apathy says Teamer Cast did some old school Netrunner unboxings, and I think they even played a few games. They did that. I think they did. I watched the unboxings. I don't know if I watched the games. They did a bunch of old LCGs too. I think they did Star Wars. Namkiri gives you a virus counter on successful run, which is before Axis. So you always have an imp once a turn, and trashing something gets virus counters on your Friday chips. Tataki, doesn't Nob Curie give the virus counter onto Nob Curie, or is it onto any program? Oh, yeah, that seems okay. That's all right. The thing is, like, I don't even know if you're playing Freedom Kamala whether you need imp. It might be overkill, right? Because if you just put the virus token on anything, like if you run Data Sucker, run a central server with Nob Curie and Data Sucker, you basically have 2 tokens. So any card that costs 2 or less, you trash for free. And I think that alone is pretty good. Mad Dog, how's it going? I think that's strong. Unpurgeable Imp is real nice. Yeah, it is. It's definitely cool. I don't know. We're going to be interested to see how these decks go. There's a big chance that Nabakari is going to give more value to the breakers than it is going to be to Imp or Cash or any other like Grave Digger or anything like that. Because I think the breakers are the biggest thing. If you can get them rolling, it seems kind of Faustian. It seems like they don't need economy to run, and that's generally breaks the game. So watch out for that. I've been getting boned so hard by Interdiction lately. It's made a huge comeback. System outage, I think it has. That being said, I think there's cards in this pack that might actually radically change how people play NGO front. We're talking about our friend here, Thomas Haas. We'll see how that goes. It's kind of hard to predict, but Interdiction's looking good. Let's go back to Moosh and Ghost Branch Sync in that case. All right, let's give this a shot. Again, if you're just tuning in, I hope you're doing okay. I gotta slow down with how I'm talking and my cadence and volume because my throat's falling apart right now. I feel like I'm getting pretty sick at this point. So we'll see how long we can hold on. But it might get quiet later on this evening. I apologize. We're doing a new runner. It's called Peaceful Pirate. It's a Pirate Haley deck. Hope everyone else is doing okay. Hopefully your spring is actually starting. We had a false start, and that upsets me as a person. It's really ruined my Seder remotes deck. Clear, what's up? Imp plus Freedom is 2 trash as it turned out. It is. But I don't know if you're going to be running twice a turn. You might be. It's hard to tell. It really is hard to tell. Okay, so going into this, we got to know what programs we have, what kind of threat we can put off. I opened that in a new window. So 3 grappling hooks, 3 Bahali, 3 Kangamato. That's our breakers. On top of that, we have an Inti to deal with barriers. This is good to get through wraparounds and wraparounds. And then we have a Savant for the late game. This deals with code gates relatively well. When we install it, if we have all our MU unused, which is going to be up to... Do we have a thing to put this on? Yeah, we have a Dig Deer. So we'll have up to 5 unused MU, so we can break 6 strength code gates. So we break like Fairchild 3 for 4 credits. It's not terrible. We just got to remember this costs 4 to install, and we need this first, otherwise we can't install it because we have no scavenge. I guess we could over-install it with a grappling hook and then levy, but shit, it's a new tab. Good luck us. Dan, stop playing degenerate decks. Metric Pog. I'm gonna be excited. I don't think this is like a really ambitious prediction, but just you wait. In 4 or 5 days from now, this is all gonna be criminal. It's just gonna be 419 all day. I think people are so excited for 419. It's just criminal that's like decent again. It has a very fun ability. It's also an ability that appeals. Like it's an ability that's technically really good. Hey, how's it going? Like kind of like Nero, right? It's an ability that's good if you're newer to the game because it gives you more information. Nero is not even comparable, but the idea is doing well. The idea is that you might get more information than you normally get as a new player. New players are generally a bit more defensive when it comes to running, so I'm not saying everyone here is a new player, but it seems really appealing to a lot of demographics. It's also probably pretty okay. Hey, Low Power, what's up? Can't wait to get in 419 with Psychic Field, Neural, Lethal. No, it's all no. You do you. I'm on Builder Nations for a week, don't worry. There is some good support. We also got a new Wayland ID, a pretty great piece of ice. Wow, this opening hand looks relatively good. So this is Asa. Best of luck. Have fun. I'm talking too loud. I'm going to regret this real soon. Give me 1 second to move my stuff around. So chat, how do you feel? Like I could leave my face here and it cuts off the top of chat, or I could just put it here where it used to be and shrink it. Do you guys want to read the whole chat log, or do you want to have more screen that's not my face? This hand's pretty good. Like we have ways to get through ice so they can't rush us. We have money. Our daily cast is good money, and we do have a current if they do scarcity. Also does the double install, so they can try and rush us out, so they have enough answers in hand is good. The one card we would want to open up with is Laguna Velasco, which we don't have, but ideally we sure gamble, maybe draw once, draw twice, install daily cast and Laguna. I think this card's way too good to not keep. System wants chat log, I'm good for that. It's time for Metro Ball Grid, very, very quiet Whispers edition. Come on, Andre, you know you face check Architect as many turns as the Corp installs a card. I face check a lot of Architects, I really do. Okay, so check this out. This is technically a misplay, right? So this says the first time you install a card each turn you may install it. No, wait, no, I'm wrong. No, this is not a misplay. Excuse me. I know I wanted to call this out because I've seen people goof it or do it right, and they did it right. You always, if you're doing the double install the card in a remote first. Because if you install the ice first, we know that the card in the remote is not an agenda. So this actually could be an agenda. If we want to run first click so we can click through Fairchild 3. And if they spend 6, like they're going to have to spend some amount of money. The only problem is if we have to trash something, we'll be far away from our sure gamble. So if we do sure gamble run, then the Fairchild 3 hits us. But if we just do run right now, we can trash, but we're far away from the gamble. Best case scenario, they res us and it's like a satyr. So I'm going to res it. It's going to slow down our opening, but we generally don't need a lot of money to contest remotes. Hopefully they res this. You should go screen my northern compatriot. Nice. Yeah, that's the best case scenario, right? Because if they score this and it is an agenda, they go down to 0. They can't res an, this is probably a Maryland because they can't res anything else. Like they can't res excuse me, an Adonis. And we can still do our dope turn, so we might as well draw once. There we go, that's what we wanted. So we can play gamble, and now we can double install these, 5, 6, 7, 8. It puts us down to little money, but we'll probably get enough. So that was actually the best top deck we could have got there, I'm pretty sure. Nero also got Anansi. Yeah, Anansi does get a bunch better. Nero got Severned. Apathy is okay with cutting out the top of the chat. So far it seems even. Okay, so things got really interesting. They went down to 0, which is really good for us. If we top deck a deep data mining with this, we can let it fire. This largely means that they're on a Heinlein grid. So during a run, they can rob 2 of our clicks and we'll lose all our money. Now, luckily that isn't that big of a deal considering our breakers are not money reliant, let alone we'll have ways to make money during a run. But the best fact is that they're on 0 credits. So now we can slam R&D and HQ. We'll draw once, which is a double draw. Because we wanted to find a deep data mining. We could do it again if we wanted to. Otherwise, we just want to hit HQ and hit R&D, get some information. With 3 credits, we don't have a lot to trash. Helheim is, or Heinlein, excuse me, is 3 credits. So that's probably perfect. Let's take some shots. This is really rough. Yeah, it could also be hard-hitting news for sure. It's a wall of static, so they're far away from doing that. Seeing the top of R&D is good. Probably we should have done that first. Victor 1.0, so they're far away from that. We could do double install here. They could do beanstalk into hard-hitting news. That would be kind of rough, but I think we want to get our breakers going. And Kagamata is really good against single subroutine ice, and it's technically the cheaper one. And again, if they do lose all our money, we can make our money back with cards like this. So we're okay. Hey, Dorfman, how's it going? Sorry you're feeling under the weather, Andre. Hey, it's not your fault. It's okay. We'll be all right, I hope. Thank you, though, for the kind wishes. It's the same as installing upgrades and essentials, Raven. This actually doesn't work with upgrades and essentials, I don't think. We have to look it up. Okay, so worst case scenario, one of these is a breaker bait grid. We can get into this remote while making a credit, which is pretty sweet. And if they can't res a Helheim, unless it's Helheim breaker bait grid, but they can't Highline, excuse me, because they're both grids. So I think I want to draw one, so we can probably run this. Because if we break this, we actually gain a credit. So we have 4 to trash their stuff. And we want to trash our breaker bait grid and whatever they res. So we probably need about 5 credits. So we could do draw. Not much we draw here, that's good. So we could do just credit, run. In theory, credit run's enough. That Byroid would be bad. What's it called? Warrior Tracker? I think we want to run this for sure. I think we'll take a credit here. There's no econ that we can draw into right now that we can play, so we might as well take a credit. So we'll break it. They could res, what's it called? Navi Mumbai Grid, that would suck. So we're going to see 2 cards. Looks like they're not resing any of them. So that's a Brian Stinson. That we don't trash. That's a Heinlein grid. So that's the card that we were playing around. So they're at 2 credits. And if we trash this, they're in Brian Stinson range. However, they have no operations. And they'd have to res Brian, play an operation. They have to play an operation, res Brian. And there's no operations we're really scared of at 2 credits. Like the only one that they could be relatively playing is that one that says if you make an unsuccessful run. So I don't actually mind trashing this and let Brian fire this turn. That being said, we want to get a Brian range next turn for sure. So we can do credit. This also might mean that they're on hard-hitting news if they're on this. So I think just taking money is probably right. Hey, Elizabeth Mills, how's it going? Just drop interdiction and no reses to worry about. That's true, actually. We could have done that. I forgot we had this in our hand. There wasn't that many bad things that they could res, but you're right. If that was breaker bait grid, we definitely wanted to drop that. Keeping this for scarcity is probably good. I don't know if this deck runs scarcity. They might be more likely to run, actually more or less likely, I'm not sure, to run enhanced login protocols, and I kind of want to turn that off. So right, they didn't have time to play a current there or a transaction, so we're okay, and we just want to get more money down. So let's see how good Diesel is. So we could definitely fire this right now. We know they have a Victor in hand and a wall of static. But in theory, we could just dig 3 here. That will put us on not a lot of money. So next turn, they could, in theory, do credit. They could do hedge fund, Brian hedge fund. So we want to play around that for sure. And if we don't run, they can't take our money away with cards like economic warfare. So I think if we just double install the Inti and the self-modifying code, it would be good. I actually don't think we need the self-modifying code. And the fact that this is in our hand sucks. Yeah, I don't even think we need that. We might just want to credit twice here. Because Inti is not really good. They're not going to be running static, I don't think. They're already spending 3 influence on this. So this is only good. Like, we don't want to spend... I guess it's okay if we need it. Yeah, why not? We'll just click for 1. Digging 5 right now is not bad. I don't think they're going to ice this up aggressively. And we can do it next turn and respect Brian Stinson. Because right now, if they do hedge fund, Res Brian Stinson hedge fund, we're in a really bad spot. I don't want to let them have all the money that they want because they're probably running, if they're running Highland Grid and this, we have to respect Ash. So them having money kind of sucks. So this is either Victor or Wall of Static. I guess it could be something different. I keep clicking on this thinking it's Proco. Fuck these diesels, huh? So now they could bonus that we did draw. We might not have thought that out well enough. But we could, in theory, get wrecked by Fairchild 3.0. We haven't seen a restricted card so far. There's also a chance that if they're playing falsely, they're on Ikawa Project. But right now, as long as we keep our money up, we're in a pretty good spot. Right? So we install these 2 for 4, putting us at 5 credits. And then we click for 1. Seems okay. Not the best. We can throw some stuff out. So we don't need the Laguna. I do actually fairly like this. This Clawed in Hand is cool because we can install something with SMC and then install this one from hand, which is pretty great. Same old thing is probably how we win. And we haven't thrown out a levy yet. So we can throw out a levy. All these other cards seem actually pretty good. We have 2 levies, so we don't actually need this one. Like we could get this one Arc Lockdown and we'll probably be okay. And there's the UVC. So that makes a lot of sense. So now we really can't let Brian fire because Ultraviolet Clearance is gross. This also means that running HQ is relatively good. Draw. First run through deck is mostly set up. Need the tech traders up as fast as possible. Clear. I think that's pretty good advice. And they double installed here, so this could be an agenda. We actually can check while making a profit. We actually could play interdiction and check while making a profit. We make a credit also, so I think that's pretty good to do. The only issue is that we probably don't make enough money. I guess if this diesel hits a sure gamble, we can do it. It did not. Huh. Yeah, okay. I'm okay conceding another agenda, right? If they're playing these, they have a lot of agendas to score before they can win. And if they score something here, maybe this gets fragile. So I think we can set up. The problem here is we don't have a good double install. Okay, that's actually a pretty good double install. So we'll install the Street Peddler. They have a tech trader on it. That's really good. The Savant, that's unfortunate. And the Deg Deer, that's super unfortunate. So that means we're never getting the Savant this levy around because we kind of need it on the Deg Deer. So this means it's a tech trader. We can install that. Oh, no, we get to click back because we goofed that. And we probably just want a bit of money. We can throw out these 2 cards. They're not that good right now. And they might actually score here. We'll see how it goes. The Diesel Laguna means your deck can find the Laguna easier. And if you don't get it early, it effectively slims your deck once you get Laguna. Yeah, it's true. I don't honestly mind it that much. Eventually, once we have 2 street tech traders, this SMC, we can use it for value. Like, we actually can install a card in some cases if we have 3 of them and make a profit. Like, you can do SMC into SMC, as ridiculous as that is. We're going for the double ice. So, again, we've only seen Wall of Static and Victor. Running HQ here is honestly not terrible. Because there's probably 2 agendas in here, if not 1, and we want them to spend money. Just about everything we do makes us money, so we might as well find out here. There's no thing we can't break. We want them to spend money. All right, single axis. Maybe we're going to get run into being economic warfared. Ultraviolet Clearance. Okay, so that's probably their next turn. We can go again. They understand as soon as they res something, they're in a bad spot. Wall of Static. Wow. I thought there'd be 2 agendas in there for sure. So we actually could now do interdiction to DDM next turn. We're not doing that much this turn. If we double draw, we have to install, and we probably don't want to install. Daily Cast is probably a really good draw right now, or Sure Gamble. But next turn, oh fuck, our MU actually sucks. Oh shit, DDM is really bad right now. We have to pop the SMC to do nothing. This is garbage. I didn't realize how bad this made our DDM. We need to pop our self-modifying code for something. I just don't know what we pop it for. We can always pop it for another grappling hook to bring this diesel from claw from hand, but like we want to overinstall our inti. Because there's no way we're paying 12 credits to get this, and we want to get our memory cleared. So that's actually really awkward. Hopefully they res this. We use our SMC, install a grappling hook, and then we break it. So I think we'll set up next turn to do a deep dig. This is probably our best card though, because as soon as they think that they're safe and they're going to jam in an agenda with a Heinlein servers, we can run. How's it going, S. Aldrich, a yellow sign? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. I was watching Kevin Tame run this deck earlier, and he fit in a misdirection, which I really like. Yeah, that's meta-dependent, I think. Also, by the way, if you haven't seen Kevin Tame's YouTube channel, it's really good. The parts I've seen, at least. I've seen really good stuff. Seems to be a high-skill player, for sure. Explains the stuff really well, too. All right, so we could go for the play. Again, I kind of want more money. We can get into this remote, right? Like, they have to play around the interdiction, so I feel pretty good about that. That's actually a really good draw, too. Having 2 interdictions is overkill. Man, I'm not good at playing this. I apologize that you have to watch this exactly, but I'm not really sure. This is their last levy, which is valuable. So we probably want to install 2 things here. We don't want to show that we have these. If they see that we're playing the deck list of the week, they could find out really quickly. We can always discard things. They don't exactly matter. So we don't have a particularly good double install on anything, which sucks. Right? Like we have 1 of these. Then we got to throw stuff up, and nothing really good here is to throw out. This really sucks. I wish we had less powerful silver bullet bullets with alternate effects like reverse infection. I feel you like that, Co-Raven. It feels like they're getting better with the card design like that. You see things like No One Home and reverse infection that are more flexible. I still think No One Home is a bit absurd, but I haven't seen that be the case yet. I guess we could double install these over the NT. That's probably the best. SMC is more valuable. Gotta throw out a card. That sucks. What's the chance of trying to fast advance? I don't think it's not 0. The best card in Asa decks are generally that thing that lets you fast advance. Probably don't need another one of these, right? No, we probably do. I guess we're gonna throw out this. If we same old thing levy, how bad is it? Well, if they arc lock down us, we're in a really bad spot. Oh, this levy, I kinda want the levy. How many DDMs do we have? Sorry, chat. 1 second. We'll never know. We have 3? Okay, we don't need this. It's probably our next turn play, though, if we kept it. Trader off Peddler for double install. Oh, fuck. No, but that doesn't... We don't need that. Like, we can do that whenever. So we should be doing that on the corpse turn. There you go. There's the current. So that's good. That means we can get into this remote almost for sure. Jar Jar Ross, how's it going? No more assignments. I can actually watch this except for exams. I had to get ready for those. Aren't exams like in April? Holy shit, it's April. Good luck. Okay, so 3 pieces of ice. We generally can get through this. So we want to play... We don't have to play the current because we could just steal to get rid of this. This is probably the Akawa, so we want to go sooner than later. So we can play that. That really goofs them. And we don't have to pop this yet. Like, we'd always just install this and run. And we're going to make money when we're running. Like, we're like Geist. So even if we don't trash this, we're probably okay. Let's go. As long as we have a click left, we're fine. It is April. Yeah, right? So let's see what they can do. We don't have any clicks left. They can't use the false lead, mind you. They could have used the false lead before we initiated the run. That's probably worth doing. All right, so technically, Bahali is more valuable than Kagamato on the basis that... we know they're playing Victor, for instance. That's an Architect, so we're going to go to the full break on that. This makes us a lot of money. Wow, we made 4 credits doing that. All right, so we used up everything, and now they can jam next turn, but they're also on 4 credits. This is not April. There's snow and head colds everywhere. I'm feeling you on that. So we'll access this one first. So we'll pay 2 and a credit. That's really good. This is definitely... Oh, it's a strong box. They couldn't res that. Bully to them. And we don't want to trash that last one. So that's a really good turn. So we actually could just levy here before going through our deck. They're on 4 credits. Now this server is relatively safe and they know it, so they could just go install advance. That being said, they just don't have enough money. We've seen very little econ cards. It looks like they're dependent on Brian Stinson firing, which does fire a lot of times if you're on Heinlein grid and false lead. And that's the thing, is like if you have these two and you have strong box and this thing that costs a click to run, it's really hard to steal an agenda. All right, that's probably an agenda. Okay, all right. Issues, we can't break this piece of ice. So I don't think we're in a rush to DDM right away. We can now break that piece of ice. There's a chance we can DDM and win. Shall we use our load on this? Just, and then they can't, yeah, let's do it. They can't res this. We probably don't even, if they res this, they can't score that. Unless it's a break or bait grid. But if they're on Heinlein grid, there's very unlikely. Oh, our MU still sucks. So it's in their best interest to res this. Okay, so he definitely misplayed. Because, yeah. Oh, man. Single axis. Hopefully they res it. Sorry, West Coast has some nice weather for a bit. Now it's just endless rain. Yeah, it snowed here last night. Oh, thank God they did res it. So I think here we just click. We just click and end the run. That's fine with us. We could even, I don't want to take a brain damage. And then next turn, they should be pre-resing the shit with 2 credits is kind of difficult. And then next turn, we can for sure deep data mining. We can trash, use our self-modifying code to install a grappling hook over our grappling hook. So check this play out, right? So we deep data mining. We use this to install a grappling hook on top of this grappling hook. Install another, no, and then we break all. And break all, because we want our MU empty, right? And we make money doing this. They can't res this, so it's probably fine. That's a ridiculous play. Chasner, how's it going? I'm not doing so good. I'm kind of falling a bit ill. But how are you? Syncope, what's up? I'm in LA, can't tell why there's so many clouds. So let's see 4 from the deck. So that's an Ash. If we trash it, we'll still be far above Brian. We don't want them to have it. They could pre-res that one. We still have to deal with it. Enhanced logging protocol. Okay, so they have a counter to our current coming up. Hedge fund, they want that. Lateral. Lateral. Oh, that sucks. And that's a Crisium grid, which they probably should have pre-resed. I don't want to trash that. Now we could just go ahead and do, so the next 4 cards are in agendas. They're probably in HQ. We could do same old thing into Levy to pay 2 clicks. It's like hitting Levy and then playing Magnum Opus, but we kind of want to keep this in hand because we want to turn off their current. We can't contest that, so we're going to drop, I guess. Oh, we really don't want to play Peace now, do we? Okay, so we got to stay over 6 credits for sure, so there's very little we can install here. This card will get value next turn when we play it, and I think the Congo Mount is probably better than daily casts. If we throw this Levy, we depend on same old thing into Levy, and same old thing into deep data mining is not going to be good soon enough. I feel like we're playing the pressure on this wrong. We should not have pressured there. We should have just controlled the remote. We have too many research. The thing is, once we have Savant, we can contest this remote. We can't right now. So we can install these? No, we can't install anything. They'll play a hedge fund maybe next turn, so giving them the piece in our time money is not that big of a deal. Glad we trashed the Ash, though. We haven't seen any fast advanced pieces, so I'm okay with throwing away this clock now. Where's the climate change Earth? It's a new climate change Earth, all clouds, all the time. Praise for hedge fund. We can't tell them anything. So if they play the current here, oh wow, they're just advancing. That's another false lead. They can rob a turn from us. Oh, not even advancing. So they know we can't get into that remote server. I think that's fine. The thing is, if they score this agenda, it'll put them on technically game point, but they'll be down at 1 credits. And the next draw is a hedge fund. So we have a couple options. Like playing the piece right now is probably pretty bad on the basis that then they can score this. And we want to give them a hard, difficult choice, right? Did you know HQ was going to be good after the UVC? Yeah, the HQ is probably good right now. It's just we can't run it all. Like we used everything on that DDM remote on that run, which had a chance of winning the game. So there's a 5-3 in here, so that's 3, 6, 7 points. There's probably like 2 or 4 points, maybe 3 points in here, a 2-pointer and a 1-pointer. We have no, we don't have Career Fair in this deck, and we know the next 3 cards are bad, so we don't want to play this right now. We'll play it probably never. Their money's too bad to play this. That's really good. So we can do deep data mining again at some point, because we can always just click through that, and it's probably your best threat. So we can play this and these two. That'll leave us with 4 cards in hand, so we can overdraw and throw out the piece. Astrolabe is probably not going to get value, but we drew some other good cards. So this is 5 credits, putting us down on 7. Good enough. Now this card is not going to get a lot of value, mind you, when they don't have a lot of... Could use a shit gamble. I guess we're going to throw the piece. I think we have an engine going that we don't need it. We definitely don't want to give them 5 credits. It's probably one of the worst things to do right now. Found it. So there you go. They didn't score right away. It did slow them down. I think their next 2 cards are lateral, lateral. So we DDM, we see 3, and they are not pre-resing their Critium. So we want to threaten the remote, we can't. We could run, click through this, let this fire, and break this with Kangamato. So if we installed this instead of the Beth, and the Beth did give us a credit, we actually could have contested this remote, which is kind of wacky. We let this fire, which honestly doesn't look that bad, because anything they install on this server, they can't pre-res. So we actually could have contested the remote if we jammed the Kangamato. We also don't want to play this until they score this and turn this thing off. We could run HQ. Worst case is an Architect, which is not that bad. Andre, did you see the new official FFG playmats? People seem upset about the reprint of Worlds Core Set 2.0 box art. Yeah, I think it's a very bad move. They're printing playmats, official FFG playmats you can buy at stores, and one of them has the Worlds art, the top 32 Worlds playmat. That's bad. You really shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I don't support that. Okay, I think we just want to probably levy at this point. We should know what our next 4 cards are, but we don't. So if there's anything in our hand we want, we should jam it now. So we can install same old thing, this. We could install the Astrolabe, which gives us 1 MU, which is good for the NT, I suppose, and the grappling hook. So we could do jam, jam, and then reset our deck, which will cost, this will cost us 1, putting us on 9. That'll cost us 6. I think we're fine. Yeah, so this costs 4. Yeah, we're fine. Do we want this? Oh, if we install this, no, we can't. I don't think we need the Astrolabe. We actually want the interdiction. So maybe we don't. We'll probably draw into it, right? Oh, one's on the table. No, we want to levy after that. So I think we're goofing it. Okay. Yeah, that seemed better. So if we knew what our last 2 cards are, we would know whether or not to install this or not. No matter what, I think we want to install all this stuff just before we levy. So we can see what's on here. It's another Street Peddler and a Daily Casts. So we'll definitely fire the casts and we can install that as well. So we're not going to get our value. Maybe we should have waited next turn to get our Haley value, but we definitely want them to clear the current and then play theirs. So maybe they do advance, play current. Do you have a 3rd tech trader? Yeah, we should have known there was 3rd tech trader, 3rd peddler, and that's their other Ikawa. And now like a lateral growth and agenda in here, and that would be bad. But now we're going to levy into our 2nd interdiction, which is pretty good. And even the DDM seems pretty good right now. And lateral. That's a double install likely. Let's see. Okay, it's just a single install. And likely could be an agenda, and then we have to check every single card in the remote, which sucks. So I think we might just want a DDM right here. Click through this. Oh, actually, we'd have to play this first because they can res the Crisium. So we play this. That's 1. We play this as 4. Oh, we actually should install the Daily Cast for sure. That was free. And we would have got 2 more credits, so that's also a misplay. We could also technically Kangamato on this thing to get more credits. We gotta think what our turn is. So, if we... Interdiction, we're at 10. If we play this, we're at 7. If we levy, we're back 3. But we can install this for... We can also install Street Peddler for Street Peddler just to gain 3 credits, which is probably not wrong. I think we need to do that. We could also, like, click. We could click twice, or we can click and gain 3. Having this to contest the remote is probably better. Oh, actually, no. We want to click and break this so we can steal an Ikawa project. There's only 1 left in the game, but I think the chance of that being useful is worth it. We die to snare. Guard. Brian. Reversed accounts. Yeah, they can draw that relatively quickly with the UVC. IPO. Ah, fuck. We are misplaying this heavily. Yeah, we didn't play cast. We did not. It's all dependent on what's in HQ. So next turn we levy. We can install this to go down in 6. We don't want to draw this again, so we might as well. Next turn we'll get some money. Yeah, even Peddler for Peddler's not the worst. So that's hopefully a false lead. Oh, it's the last 5-3. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. So we need 2 Kangamatos. They also should pre-res this. I forget what this is. Yeah, if we just kept... Yeah, we should contest the remote. We're going way too ham on the DDMs and we're going to lose because of it. That being said, we can't click-throughs and steal in Akawa, so... all the things that we said before about us being wrong aren't strictly wrong. They just want to jam another piece of ice on here. While they might not be able to install it or res it. Yeah, actually, maybe not. But it makes this stronger. That's not actually valuable. Man, we saw a lot of cards. Archives, interesting. It's probably just for money. I don't think there's anything in there. So let's install our daily casts. Let's actually gain a credit. So we have to do same old thing levy, install same old thing levy, install 1 Kangamana and 1 Gabali, and then run. That's our only play. Oh no, we can't. We can't steal Akawa. We have to check anyways though, but I think we lose. I think we 100% lose. I think we do not play that well. Okay, so our bets are we can install Inti. No, we want to install Street Peddler to find a Gabali and Kangamato, and then a Kangamato, and then run this. We're not going to have another card. We're not going to have another click to steal the Ikawa project, which is the worst case, but there's a chance they're on food. Like, we haven't seen any restricted cards. So I guess we'll start with this. So this has a Savant. That's actually really good. Actually, Savant is all... No, it's not all we need. That's good enough. Wait, why did we not double install here? Why did it not ask us to double install? Oh, because technically we did daily cast on our turn. That shouldn't happen. Yeah, so we can make this. So here we want to do the Savant. Actually, no, it would be 5 strength. We can't actually. Oh, fuck me. No, we're 1 strength short. Oops. Okay, so that's not right. Well, this could be reversed accounts. Yeah, we're 1 strength short. God damn it. Yeah, that Street Peddler on the last thing that had the 2 cards we needed was really bad. So if that was a Akawa project, we couldn't get through it anyways. Oh, it was a global food. Oh man, damn, GG. Can you, even though I don't think you can steal Akawa, it's still worth a shot, Raven, because there was a chance that was a global food. We didn't see a restricted card. As soon as we saw something like that, it also could have been an SSL endorsement, but we just needed to levy a bit better. Hey, close one. Thanks for the game. Yeah, I'm not happy how we played that one. I think we can definitely do that better. Let's get that another shot. I think the fact that it was obvious that like they drew so much with ultraviolet clearance, so anything that they could draw, they could have just jammed into the remote. So the most important thing that we should have done is just make sure that we have enough things installed to be able to deal with the remote. And then once we're comfortable, because we're playing a control deck, that's when we deep data mining. We went all in on the aggressive deep data mining, and we were using our pieces just to get those DDMs in. And while they did not hit, it's definitely way worse than when we clearly understood their deck was all about scoring in a remote server. Janktovisk asks, does Pirate Haley play in HQ multi-X's? A lot of the lists do. Now, this Weston Odom's list is specifically different, and he talks about it on the write-up, is a lot of them ran legwork, and he switched for Clot. And Clot seemed good because he expected a lot of tight and fast advance, and cerebral imaging is still a big thing in the competitive scene, and that's probably right now. But if you're camping the remote and R&D with DDM and just having remote pressure, you might not need HQ pressure. But 1 lifetime legwork gets you really far, considering that you're levying twice and you have 2 same old things. Drew Conley says, Dig Deer is super important to get done early, I think. Free up memory and saves a lot of credits on hook installs. Yeah, there's also a big chance, Drew, that we wanted to do self-modifying code into Dig Deer earlier in the game just to set up. But this deck is probably not the most straightforward to play. It has a bit of a learning curve, which is a good sign in terms of an interesting deck. Give me 1 second, chat. I have a bit of a sore throat. It's definitely not getting better right now. I'm going to get some tea to put in my thing. I'll be right back. All right, yo, Nick, what's up, my dude? How you doing? How's it going, man? Thanks for dropping by. Got Elder Mason. Oh ho, we're in for a treat. Hey, how's it going? I like the Hester sign in the back. Yeah, that thing's this ominous presence. I actually had the quote that my previous tendency left on the wall for a while. And then I found chalk and I erased it. And I was like, I don't know what to write. I only am compelled to draw one sign. Doing well, thank you. So there's a lot of brain damage cards that got printed in this pack and the last pack. Things like Coin the Kalu. We have a new current, which is cool because we can turn that off. And we also have an ambush. Now, those are not implemented. This hand is dope as shit, so we're going to keep it. We're pretty good. Take a zinc. It's a miracle. I don't have any, though. Honey and lemon tea can be super good for stuff. I don't have honey, but I do have lemon. I'm going to go get that. I'll get that between it. Okay, not even Icing HQ. They don't give a shit. They did have a money open. Generally, these decks struggle with money, so like playing Peace in Our Time can be a bad thing. That being said, if they're playing the ambushes that are trace-based or Coindo, it's trace-based, having more money than them is pretty good. Vicky Wijaya, how's it going? Yeah, we are playing some Pirates tonight. So I think we can open him for that. Now, we're going to have to double install, which is, or we can double install, which is cool against the hand size hate. So we can draw once, and then if we want to just like set up, we can play Daily Cast and Beth Kilrain. So we can definitely draw. We can even draw twice. That gives us some flexibility, but this gives us straight up good stuff right away. And we want to surprise that we want to go to Street Peddler into Kangamata, so we don't show that we have potential breakers in hand. And we have the Degdeer, which is relatively cool, but let's jam the double install. And that's pretty good for us. That Haley deck's fun. Don't you like it so far? We played one game. I think we did misplay, but it definitely does seem interesting. It feels a lot like Geist, but Geist gets more card draw, and I love card draw. Yo, Stoppable, what's up? How you doing? All right, that's an MCA Austerity. Now, we can probably go trash that immediately, and we can also leave it for a couple turns. Mind you, we do have Clot while we have access to it. This turn, this is probably our best double install. We did get a free card draw, which is kind of all right, but we only have 3 clicks, so let's make sure that we make the best of them. Well, here we got a Levy, which is useless, a Diesel, which is useless, and a Sure Gamble, which is useless. That's actually really bad, because we'll never be able to get this Levy off of the Street Peddler, so this one's trapped, so we're only playing with 1 Levy. That really kind of sucks. So that was 1 click. We might have wanted to draw before that, but I was hoping that that would not whiff. And we can next turn do double install there. I think actually we want to get this down first so we can face check into this. So we might do a bad install here and not get the Haley value, so we can face check this and trash it next turn. I guess the worst case is Fairchild 3.0, but then we can just... That'll be bad. Whiskey is a good remedy for anything. I got this whiskey. It's like a Canadian Club small batch, and it was surprisingly inexpensive, and it was surprisingly not great. Hopefully Beth gives us a click. If Beth gives us a click, that's the best thing we could ask for here, because then we can click through this thing if it's a Fairchild 3. So they're probably going to hit this once, which they didn't, so it's unlikely we get Beth unless they do hit this in IPO or hedge fund. They did IPO. Fantastic. Let's go face check this. Timberling, how's it going? How you doing? So we have 4 clicks even with this, so let's go find it. Otherwise, we just want an SMC on the table, it'll be fine. We are playing the decklist of the week, which is a Pirate Haley. So that's actually really good. We don't have the Kangamato, so so we can spend this to stop losing a click. No, we'll lose a click. So ideally, maybe we wanted to draw once there because we could get grappling hook. I guess we're playing against the 3-2. SMC would be dope. We're not going to get the SMC this turn, unfortunately. SMC on here would have been really good. Our draw has kind of bricked itself. And we don't have a really sweet double install here because we went for the Congo Metal last turn, which is a bit obnoxious. So I think we'll single install the Degdeer. It sets up for some nice stuff, but they'll probably get fast advance to 5-3. Actually, we should have ran HQ for sure that turn because they're setting up to score an agenda. They probably have it in hand. Fairchild 3 lets you trash Street Peddler. Mika, what's up? It does. We could have clicked through it though because we had all 3 clicks because of Beth, but that's totally worth knowing. Oh, that's actually, I see what you mean. Yeah, Fairchild 3, we can trash this Peddler. That's really cool. Dataki says that they've had bad experiences with Canadian Club. Canadian Club isn't particularly bad. Generally, it's good. These Shaper Control decks were all I used to play. Since coming back to play, I've been deliberately avoiding them because I had a couple of events I played them. I had a lot of games go to time, trying to learn to go fast. All right, we have the hook. We can generally get to this remote. Best case, we get an SMC on the Diesel so that this becomes useless. We didn't do it. We did not do it. We could install run. That's not going to do it. We could just install this run. Probably fine. I think actually running HQ 4 times is probably the best. Then we can throw out some of the cards that we don't need. Got it. That was the 5-3 they're probably going to steal. And we had a click left, so counterplayed. We want this for sure. That's a good card. Interdiction seems okay. They could be playing the new brain damage current. I don't think it's implemented, so it's probably not that great. And this actually gives us a lot of value with deep data mining, because they are running 3-pointers. That doesn't change that much. I don't think interdiction is that good. This probably is not running scarcity. We'll see. All right, GLC. It looks like we did get the one agenda that they were planning to score next turn. And mind you, they are giving us some clicks with Beth. There are over 15 credits. If they hit this again, it's probably okay with us, and it gives us another turn to find the clot. Now, also, it's good that we kept the SMC. Oh, they didn't actually fire that. We have 5 clicks. Oh, they're pre-resing an Ash because we threw that out. So they know that interdiction is coming. So we probably want to install this and Laguna. Then we can start power drawing. So this gives us the interdiction that's useless. A Savant, that's the one we have to install, and a Tech Trader. But it's going to be the Savant this game. We'll install this for 5. Now we can start drawing like mad. The problem is our hand size is kind of limited. Interesting. So again, still no access to Clot. We have 3 cards that we could draw that would be good. We want to draw one of our 2 SMCs or the Clot itself. I guess we could just poke HQ here and then throw out one of these, or poke HQ install. It's probably the best. I want to turn off enforced curfew. I'm not that worried about that one. Another MCA austerity. We'll trash that. Plays into Brian Stinson, but that's technically looks like their win condition. And I think we can just run once more. We don't actually need any of these cards that much. They might have drawn into something with the green level and then thought we're going to score next turn, and a hedge fund. Okay, so no good. So what's the best one here? It's probably not the same old thing. I think they pre-res the Ash to deny the click. That actually might be true. They didn't use this though, so I don't know how big of a deal it is. But I think the fact that we threw it out in interdiction means that we have a second one in hand, and they might want to pre-res. Either of them are good plays though. If you want to drink Canadian things, mix yourself a Toronto, rye, splash of Fernet, and a little simple syrup. I don't know what a Fernet is, or Fernet, or what have you. They're still drawing. Looks like they're going to go for the big turn here. Now, they are playing a fast advance trick when we have 2 Street Peddlers on the table, so this is actually relatively risky. If we had, we also could have double drawn against with Laguna to deny the, like, we can install card from hand to install, what the fuck? No, they're not clotting us. Okay, so that's the last one. Okay, so what do we do here? If it's a 5-3, I don't mind. We know they have a hedge fund in hand. I think that's all we know that they have. We generally want to deal with that. It puts us down to 0, which sucks. There's nothing we can draw that we can play in terms of economy-wise. So if we draw things, we're throwing them away. We also could install this for 1. Yo, Chris, how's it going? Night's going okay. We're trying to figure out how to play this, which is a bit anti-climactic, I guess. But I'm not feeling that well. That's kind of the worst part of this evening. So this is what? 3 to trash. We can probably do it next turn. If they ice it up, it's not that big of an issue. Generally, ice makes us money, so it's pretty good. We want to keep their money down. Could we run this? I'm convinced we probably could. We probably could do double install, run that. We lose a click to this. Unless we use both of them. So we could do install, putting us down to 0, and we could run it. We could even panic install the Tech Trader with a Tech Trader to make more money. I think that's okay. We just need to make sure we have 2 credits to get through that, which we generally can assume it's going to be safe. I think we should run this, right? It puts us on game point. This might be wrong. We definitely want to run now, though. So we have a click left. We just make sure we have 2 credits left. I feel like you should try Malort. I've heard of Malort. I've heard that name. It's a funny name. All right, so that's one of those. So that's good. We can break that for sure, gain a credit. And we'll have 2 credits for sure to get through that. We also put them on 7 credits, which is relatively sweet. So we can also pop this for Tech Trader, but I feel like our Savant will never break this, which is unfortunate. But it breaks this for 2, which is relatively sweet. So do we want our Tech Trader? Do we rather have our Tech Trader here? If that's the case, we should have done it before. I'd rather keep this. We gotta pop both of them just so we can steal an Akawa. It's an Akawa. So we need exactly 2 credits. I guess if we didn't pop it, we would have had 2 credits. We're on game point. So DDM might work. It might be an overwriter. It might be. It's a kind of ridiculous play, though. We've shown no breakers so far. It would be a cool play if it was. I'm not that worried about it being an overwriter, though. 4 hand size, 2 hand size. Can you rap instead of talk? Sorry? What? Fernet tastes like brushing your teeth and then drinking orange juice. That sounds terrible. It sounds really bad. That's a thing I avoid in my life. Alright, Beth. Bring us home. Give us a credit. Oh man, this one's a good one, huh? That sure gamble would have been sweet. A new card in a server. Again, we are on game point, so we can now just maybe win off of this or control that. Either way, things are not going amazingly. We probably want to credit trash that. That'll put them pretty far behind. It puts us far behind, of course, but probably them further. We can draw once here. That's the card we need to win. We need to beat this. We also have no icebreakers. We definitely want to go trash that. We also could just run HQ a bunch. There's only one more Akawa in the game, so running last click is not that big of a deal. We want to trash this click for credit. Oh, we can't even click for credit. Excuse me, we lost the click. I'll bring Fernet to regionals. Fantastic. I think regionals are relatively soon. All right, hopefully that's the X53. Mind you, if this is a 44 card deck, so there's a big chance they're running 6 3-pointers and that's it. This is likely to be an SSL, or that would be the best case scenario for them for sure. So can we get it? Honestly, we are just a couple credits short. Right? No, we're a few too many credits short. If we can install anything off of here, we'd be golden. So let's just keep setting up, because this only puts us on 3 points, or puts them on 3 points. And we've got 3 of their MCAs, which is like the best thing we could have done, because now it's just everything in the remote, and they've already Resin Ash here. So if they have to Resin Ash on this remote, we can DDM them because it's a unique card. So let's keep going. All right, no double install yet. Just clicking for credits is probably not the worst thing. It's really not that bad of a thing. And Grappling Hook just doesn't do enough. It lets us get through this. It doesn't get through that. And so far we've played 2 birds, one croc. So I don't even know what we're drawing into right now. Yikes. Not the easiest to play. And the DDM, actually the DDM, this is useful now because it does put this at 5 strength, so we can break that. So I think if we just take his money, we'll be okay. Grappling Hook seems probably better than another tech trader. I think we're so close to game point. That being said, it is our 3rd tech trader. Let's throw out 1 Grappling Hook. Still on DLOW. Yeah, it's a deck list of the week. Thank you. I'm bringing Malort to the world. All right, that's SSL. We called that. So it looks like they're on 3 Akawa, 3 SSLs. We could also just be poking centrals at this point. We could do credit, hedge fund, and that's all we can do. We probably want to do that. A single axis isn't worth that much. And if they jam into this remote, after we do credit, hedge fund, we actually can contest it. This also doesn't get us anything besides Clot. They're not a fast advance. So I'm okay with this plan. And the next turn, we can double install this shit. We're okay. We're doing all right. This is what's going to help us. They might not want to take the credits because it makes our Beth a lot better. It makes Beth a ton better. All right, 3 ice. Okay, I don't think this is something we have to run. They also probably are on NGO front, but it's okay. That's really good. We can double draw here. We don't need the Clot in this matchup a lot of times, so we can play this and we can double install these 2. We definitely don't need the Clot. There's no way that they're on fast advance, right? Maybe they're on 1-0-2. Maybe they're on, because you need a 7th point, right? So there's actually a chance that they're on domestic sleepers. I think we win here. I think this is the one turn where we try and win. So not a lot of things keep us out here. I think we just run. I think we do just run, right? Because we have this Savant. Oh, Savant can't even break Turing. Oh, we are fucking this up. Oh, it's not an AI. Whoa, it can. Okay, so this is going to be 5 strength, which is really good. So we can break this for 2. If this is a Fairchild 3.0, we can click through it, and then we can't steal this 5-3, so we can just like Gabali it and trash 2 of our installed things. Yeah, I think we definitely run this first. Also, they need 3 credits, so this ice can't be more than 5 credits to reds. It's a nausea. That's awkward. We can still click twice here, and if this is a strong box, it sucks. We can't break barrier subroutines. We also could Bahali it and to save a click. That's probably okay. Because if this is a strong box into Akawa, we can't steal it. Strong box into Akawa. If this is an Ash, also we want money, so it's sometimes good just to get money with doing this. This also could be an NGO front. That's definitely worst case scenario. This easily could be an NGO front. So that only costs us 1. We can install a grappling hook from our hand. I totally forgot about that. This actually breaks us even. Yeah, that's cheaper. We have more money than them for the Ash anyways. We're gonna have to spend 4 altogether, putting us down at 9. Ash is plus, yeah, we'll install one of these. Oh no, it doesn't change anything. It's either we pay 2 or we pay, oh no, it does change something. It actually does. No, it does make it. If you do, you lose strength? No, but then we use it to break. So it does save us 2 credits if this is an Ash. Haley that out. I refuse. Oh wait, nope. Never mind. That doesn't work. Not going to install that. Oh man, I thought that was not what it does. Okay, great. Good for us. Wait, why is this not 5 strength? Wait, we have 5 unused MU. This should be 5 strength. Oh, it's because we fucked that up. Okay, Chicago, home of Malort and snow in April. All right, so this we break for 2. I still think we're fine with the trace. We don't have any link. And even if they do Ash, they have to put all their money into it. So even Ash Strongbox, we're fine. Ah, we got it. SSL, cool. And what is this? That's an Ash. So we had enough money, I'm pretty sure. Because they res for 2, they trace 4. Thanks for the game, eh? So we had the great card at the right place. Yeah, that was a mistake. I thought this worked like the Kangamato, Gabali. It doesn't. It's just one subroutine, so it never breaks anything really on its own. All right, so we pulled it off. We did camp the remote a bit better, which is cool. We're not going through our deck. Like, you notice how many Corp decks are that much faster. And while this might not be a conventional deck, in fact, this ability didn't help them at all. It probably was just the best thing for them was a 44 card HB identity. We're not being able to levy through our deck more than like even once, which is kind of cool. A lot of the Corp decks are trying to go faster. I guess in some of the grindier, slower matchups, it's a different story, but 3-pointers, you only need like 2 scoring windows. I'll be interested to see how they get their 7th point. Okay, if you're just tuning in, my name is Andre. How are you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Energy, oh, no, energy's a bit low tonight. I am a bit unwell, but that's okay. And maybe this is now the most approachable time to ask things in chat. If you're new to this game, if you're new to this channel, do say something in chat, make an account. On Twitch, it's super easy. On YouTube, you just need like a Gmail account. It's a nice time to meet people, to ask questions. This game has a lot of things in it. And you're in good hands, and not entirely mine as much as everyone around too, which is really great. So we got another Haley deck to play tonight. This is actually passed on by someone in my meta, Julien. You might know him as IS22RU, I believe is his ridiculous handle. He passed us on, and shout out to Julien. Just slow down, channel your inner Bob Ross. We're actually that's gonna make a lot of sense right now, because we're gonna do really zen. DJ Influence in the house. Yo, West Coast best meta. How's it going, Maxime? It's been a while, man. Because we are about to do a really zen enlightened deck that was passed on to us by Julien. Mind you, Julien passes on a bunch of decks that you've seen on his channel for the last like couple years. IS44RU, thank you. I think I nailed it, right? He's been passing on a lot of really cool decks, and so shout out to that nice dude. Dataki asks, Andre, what are you most excited about in Dragon and the Devil? That's actually a really hard question. There's a lot of really cool cards in here. I'm not actually excited strictly for 419 because I fear the Amakua spam that it's going to be. Glut Cypher seems really strong, and I'm scared to be on the other side of it because I play a lot of combo decks. Malia seems like there's a lot of really, really strong cards here. I think the card that I'm most excited for, wow, that's actually kind of hard. I think Rashida is kind of nuts. The Wayland Ice, if it fires, it's cool, but it doesn't really work in the Wayland that I want. Jim, Paintbrush Kit? Paintbrush actually rotated. There's also a new Wayland agenda and a Wayland ability, but the Wayland ID, I'm not on fire. Like, I don't get it. It's probably 419. 419 seems really cool. Or Glut Cypher. It's hard to tell. Rogue Trading is apparently flaming hot garbage, Raven. Yeah, Rogue Trading, for what it's worth, it's probably not the best to talk about these without showing them. We're about to do a cool thing, by the way. Rogue Trading. Oh, Timberlake, nice. The Wayland Ice is on counter. The Wayland Ice is nuts. It really is nuts. The thing is, it's unique, so it's like relatively swingy. I'm not the biggest fan of any unique card. I don't love draw variants in a game. I generally minimize draw variants. But check this out. We don't have the nice art on this one. Place 18 credits on the rank Rogue Trading when it's installed. It costs 0 to install, so it's kind of crazy. When there are no credits on it, trash it, whatever. Double click, take 6 from Rogue Trading, and take 1 tag. So that's a lot, right? So if you're playing Tag Me, this card kind of is rough. In best case scenario, you spend your whole turn taking 12, and now you have 2 tags, and that's probably not brilliant. The core probably wants to trash this to deny you 6 credits. Actually, probably they don't. But you're tagged, and whether you want to play a whole game being tagged, that's interesting. Now, there's 2 other ways to deal with this. One of the ways to deal with this is like play this and then play things like Crash Space, so you can remove the tag cheaper. I'd argue now that you're spending 3 clicks to make 6 credits, which is kind of like Magnum, except it's worse because it's not permanent and you have to spend 3 clicks in the same turn. So that makes it on par with Armitage Code Busting. It actually makes Armitage Code Busting look better. So I think the thing that people are going to try out is playing that, taking the tag, and then running Citadel Sanctuary. And mind you, there's that Timmy Wong deck that we played a while ago, the sort of power tap Citadel Sanctuary decks. So you play Citadel Sanctuary to remove the tag at the end of your turn, and you play power tap to get money when you remove the tag, and so that this click for 6 credits becomes sometimes like click for 9, because you get another 3 credits when the power tap fires on the Citadel Sanctuary. If that's the case, I just don't think that's probably good enough, because that's a combo that requires a lot of setup. And if you've ever played a Citadel Sanctuary power tap deck, maybe in Sunny or Nero or now 419, I think the last thing that deck needs is conditional money that requires things to set up. It doesn't seem that great. Jim is saying Crash Space is the Crim Cyber Feeder with kiting. Yeah, I guess now if you also, that's a big thing, and that's what Timmy Wong was doing in his deck, is if you're running Security Nexus with Power Tap, it's really good. You can credit kiting it out so that fires even more with Power Tap and Citadel Sanctuary. I just don't think that deck, if it needs anything, is a combo burst econ card that's heavy on clicks. Like once that deck is set up and you have your 2 or 3 Power Taps and you have your Citadel Sanctuary, you're good. You don't need any more money in your deck, so I'm not big on it. Timberlink says, how do you search NRDB from the URL like that? So on Firefox, if you right click on any search bar, you can say add a keyword for the search, and then I just typed NRDB. Then if you ever type NRDB, it searches that search box. It works on any website. It's super good. Anywho, it's a weird card. I'm excited to see what happens with it. Once we have like Tag Me Criminal that has a lot of benefits from being Tag Me, and then it can run things like, well, like a new account siphon, and then it runs things like, I don't know, maybe you want to run Fall Guy so you can't trash it. Maybe you run that Pavilion. Maybe that's good. Deuce is Wild? I don't know, but then you have to spend 3 clicks on your turn doing one thing, and that's just like not great. It's so unflexible, and Criminal already struggles with drawing. You generally want to spend 1 or 2 clicks on your turns drawing a lot of times. Maybe that's exactly what Deuces does. I'm just not super excited about it. Rogue Trading would have been better if it let you run, but that kind of clashes with Favor. Yeah, right? I don't know, it's interesting. I have no doubt you're going to see tags be a bigger thing in Criminal upcoming. The thing is, though, Criminal just works on resources way too well right now. That being said, it's a Criminal econ card, and they relatively need it. They very much need it. Anywho, let's do the weird thing that we want to do. Enlightenment equals yes. That's an okay title, I guess. So this is a deck, and this is a thing that comes up every once in a while in Netrunner. The idea is, can you build a breakerless deck? And I've done it on the channel before. We played a breakerless, or sorry, not breakerless, right? An ice breakerless deck. Okay, you're frustrating me now, Firefox. You looked cool a second ago, and now you don't. Is that we're playing a breakerless Shaper, and breakerless Shaper seems much more possible now that, for real? Oh, there we go. Now that we have the Kongamadanga Bahali, and this also runs a bunch of cards that I've never put the time outside to play with, and that seem really fun. So it's a breakerless deck. It's really weak to scarcity resources, but the basic idea is that Oh wait, I thought this had hyperdriver in it. A Firefox comment, not cool. The old list that Julien showed me had hyperdriver in this, so maybe we're missing that out. But there's this nice card here called Liberated Cella that says you can spend half your turn, or actually, wow, way more than half your turn in a bit to forfeit an agenda, and then maybe get an agenda worth 2 points. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be running this card. And then as our breakers, we have DDoS and Bahali and Kangamato. So we technically may not need breakers, and then we can get into maybe all the central servers in a turn and notoriety. Maybe we can slam out deep data minings, and if we can't go fast enough, we just jam the fan sites. And then with a combination of Temple of the Liberated Mind and All-Nighter, we might be able to trade our fan sites in for Liberated Cella. I haven't tried this deck yet, and this deck actually seems also like pretty high skill cap because you have a lot of weird decisions. You have a limited amount of resources. I think we have 1 levy. Now, original versions of this deck actually had 3 hyperdriver, and I think that might be necessary in this deck, strictly speaking, on the basis that it looks really, really, really cool that we can have a turn that has maybe 8 clicks, so we can like do DDoS, run all central servers, and then play 3 notoriety in the same turn. And then even sometimes you trade your notorieties in with Liberated Cella. It's going to be fun. That's what's most important. Also, I got to go get more tea and a lemon. Tanuki says, isn't there that counter surveillance card that works with tags? 100%. And that's a really scary card. And that also might be a reason to play Tag Me, Criminal, because that's a card that gives Criminal 3 tags. Again, I don't think a counter surveillance Criminal is going to be amazing until they print a new account siphon, but that one actually doesn't give tags anymore. So let's try it. What are there used to be hyperdrivers in here, and I feel like hyperdriver is way more important. The money also looks really tight. Like even two copies of this is what I was saying to Julien. 2 copies of data folding is probably good because they'll fire every single turn because we don't have any MU. But let's go try some nonsense out. Let's do weird shit. I'm excited. I'm excited. It used to be like nationals and store championships, and now it's just like, let's have fun. Liberated. Should it be equals or equals? I think it's equals. It's also another Haley deck, so we get the sweet double installs. Now, a lot of our installs are actually relatively expensive. Liberated Cella is 0, Fansite is 0, All-Nighter is 0, so maybe we'll actually go pretty far. Wait, HVP is going to be a thing, though. High priority target. I'm not sure what that is. I think that's a Wayland reprisal, right? Metropole grid. Yeah, I need to definitely get some water. I'm gonna put the kettle on and I'll be back in 1 second. Dart, how's it going? You saying it's equals? It's equivalency? I think we're setting enlightenment to yes. I'll be right back. Enlightenment equals. Yes, I'm a fan of that. Okay, guys, now we can finally talk behind his back. Oh, man. This guy is such a douche. All right. So, PU, not the best. DDM is pretty rough against PU. We also do have 2 levies, which is great. Best of luck. Have fun. Ideally, we don't interact with a lot of their stuff. They also could be running Arc Lockdown, which if they remove our levies, it's pretty bad. But this hand's actually relatively good. Like, we could just, like, slam DDM. Just slam it. And then we hit Snare Obokata or some shit. Death and Taxes. That's fine. That's going to fire so much. I think this is definitely a reason that we do Sure Gamble, Diesel, DDM. I think we still do Sure Gamble, Diesel, DDM. We want to turn this shit off. They can't res Kakugo. That's good enough for us. We actually, yeah, maybe we should. Maybe we don't Sure Gamble. The chances, the bad thing is if they res this thing, we can't get DDoSed, so. Fuck it. Let's go. Suck net damage, Defcon, what's up? Hey, Julian, good luck, thank you. Where did the hyperdrivers come in this deck? I thought there was hyperdrivers in here. This could be a... I thought that would be an AK. Looks like we're fine. They can't hit Snare, so that's really good. Labyrinthine servers. Okay. Okay. Neural Katana, Neural EMP, Nisei. Oh, GG. Yo, Julien, deck is so good. Rematch, let's do it. Okay, this deck did exactly what it was advertised to. We got the DDoSes down. We landed them notorieties, traded those agendas in. Damn, we're good. Wow. This deck is too strong. We've been saying that, right? That honestly has never happened to me in Netrunner. Yeah, right? I've lost on turn 2. Turn 1, that's the epitome of power. That's right, Raven. Jesus. Taylor K, DDM. Such a dumb card. I don't think it is even that dumb of a card. It costs 3 credits. You have to build your deck around it. It's not that much stronger than Maker's Eye. Indexing would be just as bad there. Like, we did indexing. Run. Indexing actually probably would have been better in this matchup. Okay, so we're definitely mulliganing that. That's kind of trash. And we have the same cheese opening if we want it. Pochella and MWL now. Deck is OP. There's a slight chance. Okay, hear me out on this. But maybe there's a slight chance that... will this end up on the MWL? It might. We gotta see how busted it is. It looks really good. Andrew Hicks. How's it going? Yeah, that worked out pretty well for us. So we could drop to no credits to drop the Laguna to draw up. The problem is we have nothing to install with the Laguna. We do have Liberated Cella. So then our best draw at that point is Peace in our time. Wish you good luck, I'm scared. Have fun at least then. DDM it again? Oh man, they know it's this is easily a Komainu. There's so many reasons not to DDM right now. Like they know we have it, so they'll put their good ice sitting a res on there. Okay, let's just set up. I did that wrong. Okay, we have the DDoS. We probably just want to click for 2 credits. We have to discard cards though after that, which is really bad. Next turn we could do like DDoS into DDM. Actually, not next turn. We need a lot of credits for that. Oh hi. Oh hi. So it's kind of a rough start. We definitely wanted to draw into one of our 3. Not the biggest chance. 1 in 13 of drawing our piece in our times. Not a lot to do here, but they don't have a lot of money either. DDoS DDM win. Credit DDoS DDM. GG. I think both of the 2 good neural assets can be problematic in the same way food and NPD were in the past. The neutral ones, yeah, I feel you on that. The thing is, they seem like they work in different decks. Like, one of them really works on, man, maybe this combo is busted. One of them works good with Never Advance, one of them works good with Advance. In before they jam in Nancy. I can't res it, we'll be fine. Double draw. Alright, so we got Fansight. That's something. We could do Fansight, Kongamato, click for 2 credits. The thing is, we want... They're not going to fast advance through this. We want 6 credits to be able to win. And we haven't seen snares. We saw a lot of their decks. It doesn't even look like they're 100% on Obokata. Okay, they played around the DDoS relatively well. I guess that made them ice up R&D, so I don't feel that dumb. I mean, whatever. Dead. Also not great. So throwing cards out against PU is like one of the worst things you can do. I think this deck doesn't have that much money right now. It has a fair bit of econ cards, I guess. Do we want to double install here? No, these are unique. These are not unique? What? That's super weird. We don't want to show we have that. That's like the weirdest splash in Haley, so that's definitely our surprise. So we're going to throw out a bunch of cards here. We don't want to throw out the Levy as long as possible. They could voter intimidate that, but we have to steal an agenda for that to be a thing. Notoriety has relatively okay against 3-pointers, but this seems good. The Diesel is not that much better than just drawing with our Laguna. I'll throw it out. Excuse me, the T. 1 second. Okay. So, install the card on HQ. was wondering what that was. For a minute, I thought someone had cut along the stairs. So that's probably the Hokusai Grid. There's not much else it could be. It could be a brain damage card. It could be our friend I don't remember the name of. And then that ice. I think we're just going to keep drawing. Yeah, fuck it. That's really good. So the right ordering is to play that first and then that. And like, they're not scoring. It's going to be a wild thing. He's gone again now before they can build a remote. Rashida gives corpse back some of the temple they lost with Jackson. Arguably more important is the Agenda Flood ability. Yeah. Yeah, Tori Hanzo, that's a Chesner. There's a big chance that Rashida is going to give too much card draw, and that's kind of the problem with it. Is that Rashida seems more busted in asset spam, which is not that good right now, but that's like the ideal asset spam card. Beth gave us a click. So they are playing around DDoS. I don't know if they know we have this now. But like, they're not building a remote server and they have 5/3s. So whether this is a Mushin deck or not, I don't know. But it looks like we are milling ourselves. That's actually really awkward that we have that. We've also seen Nog Bahalis. Remember, it was so much easier when we won in turn 1. And I don't want to throw this out because that actually counts as a lot of damage. But these are really good for us because they already have 18 credits. I guess they've res nothing, but like, maybe that's the money they need to jam other stuff. I don't know. I don't want to show we have this. I guess this looks basically the same as DDoS, but they can res their ice, so they'd be like, oh, I have a Kama Inu, I look fine. Fuck me. 7 cards, none of them that we want to throw out. I guess we throw out these 2 and just click for credits. That's so miserable. Let's bury this one. Look, if you do this one quickly, they might not see we threw it out. You see how we did that? If they're on snares, DDM could be very dangerous. It could be. But we can always maximum draw up first. Like, we could do draw, 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 DDM last click. And then snare trashes our resources. Whoa. Whoa. Hell yeah, we run that. 100% we run that. We're on like Labyrinthine servers. We haven't seen Obokata. Why wouldn't we run that? 2 brain damage? Oh, we run that. Junebug, whatever. He says. Joke's on you. We lost 1 levy. So we double draw now. There's a chance we can double install. It's actually kind of low. So let's not play cards that we don't need. But they didn't motion. They probably have agendas in HQ. The thing is, we don't want to let them res ice. And we lost what? 1 Kangamato? That was the worst card we lost. Actually, that was our second DDM, but we've agreed that that's a bad card in this matchup, right? This is going to be a grind of a game. Oh, you want to play? Okay. So do we need 12 credits? I don't think we need more money than this. It's unlikely that we do. We're just going to slowly mill ourselves out. Liberated Chilla, not unique. Keep drawing. Ooh, Temple of the Liberated Mind. That gives us something to do on our turns when we have nothing good to do. Which is a couple of them. That's technically better than that. Let's hit this. Place 1 power counter. Alright. We can now have a 5-click turn next turn. A 6-click turn. We can have a 6-click turn with this. Take that, Ikawa Project. This card is unique though. Makes sense, I guess. Can't have a super turn. But this means we can largely always draw up. Do we get impatient and fire now? I don't know. Probably not. We want to levy before we lose our deck. Okay, that's trash. That's not trash. Yeah, I'd rather play this than that. We don't need that much money. Okay. Alright. This is not an easy matchup at this point. Their HQ is probably flooded. Mind you, they are running 5/3s and a Labyrinthine servers, mind you. So, like, I'm not really that scared of us. Like, the best thing we could do is probably just click for 4 credits for the next, like, 7 turns. Because they're going to get flooded and we don't want to be drawing through a deck. Preemptive action, throwing some stuff back in their deck. Probably the Junebug. It was the Junebug. So, like, that's the issue with these sort of decks, and I don't love this archetype. Because the best thing you can do a lot of times is just click for 5. And I don't think we actually need to hit this anymore. But fuck it, we will. Right? Like, they're going to flood, we're not. We don't have to draw. It's also somewhat in their best idea to keep us at like 14 credits, so we have to draw. If you need your 3 fan sites on the table, then wait. Oh, that's true. Yeah, just having more fan sites is good enough. We have 2 more in the deck. Special report! Oh, sorry. I thought that was biased reporting. Okay, special report. Fair. Okay, let's draw. We don't have more fan sites. This card's not even that good, I think, in this deck. Yeah, there's not many targets for this, Julien. There's really not. Especially when we have everything installed. That's good. But this is trash. This is trash. All right, we have a turn somewhere. Oh, for DDoS? Yeah, that's true. We could, but I don't. Yeah, maybe we actually want to DDoS this out. It's hard to play around regardless. I just don't want them to see we have it. And you see, now they're actually going to build a remote server that's difficult for us to deal with. Yeah, we should have to keep drawing. We have 2 more Gabalis and 1 more. No, just 2 more Gabahalis. Okay, that's a Gabahali. All right, that's the next fan site. So here we got to zoom out because we're playing asset spam. And here it's actually probably best that we take one of these clicks so that we can install everything. Oh, actually we didn't need to do that. So we're going to take one of the clicks to pull one of the clicks back. Efficiency, right? Boom. Technically value. So they play Death and Taxes. Jokes on them. Resource spam. We don't have to do anything. Biased reporting right now. Oh man. I don't care if they have 21 credits. So the worst thing we could do is get impatient and then just fire that shit off. But like all we need to do is steal 2 3-pointers. This is probably easy. There's actually an issue if we run archives and we hit breach domes, we can lose our notorieties. Are you sure you have 2 levy? I only saw 1 in the deck list. It's worth checking at this point in time. Thank you, Timberlang. That's very important to know. Same thing, Levy's looking relatively good now. We have nothing else in our deck, and we just don't want to lose to... We will 100% lose to what's it called? To our clock down. So yeah, I think we just install this Levy. Actually, we Levy, we only have 9 cards in the deck. Oh no, plus this, of course. Okay. So I think we'll show this. I think we can double install this and then Levy. Okay. Sorry, the screen got real small. I'm aware of that. So, maybe we want to use all our hit points up first. Oh, this is not good. Maybe look at the inf spread. We've seen nothing so far. We've seen this and that. So that's like what? Probably on 3, 6, 7, 8. Same as mine programless. It might be. Okay. And that's, I think a data folding would be sweet. Maybe you don't need it. Yeah, I think that our clock down is 2, right? So like 2 is really hard to count the influence on. And like we've only seen, what, 5 cards? We've seen this. So that's a degenerate thing, is we don't have to run anymore. Because as soon as they score a 5-3, we basically get 2 points unless they forfeit it. And we can do that every turn, so we can get 6 points. Like, this is kind of nuts. Like, we can get 6 points because we liberate chill our fan site. So if they score a 5-3, we're going to get 6 points over the next 3 turns. And then we just have to score 1 notoriety. I never realized how good that is, Julien. Oh, they're only on 12 influence. Yeah, that's actually true. Maybe they're not on our clock down. Like, it's actually really hard for us to lose. Unless we die. Because if they score this 5-3, now not being able to jack out might suck in some circumstances. Hi, it's a very nice deck, isn't it? Oh, it's Romas's deck. Oh, super cool. I would maybe add an infiltration to this. I don't think we're ever going to run a remote, Chasner. That's the issue. Okay, so they understand. They have to score everything at once. Now, again, we don't mind if we hit this. We might as well diesel up first. That's 2 notorieties. We actually want to keep those, but okay. Punitive could kill us. Okay, so they might be on some weird kill combo. We'd have to watch out for that. I don't know what that possibly could be. They could easily double punitive us, and they have more money than we do. If that's the case, they need to have twice our money over, so we could click for credits, fire this, fire the all-nighter, and then click for 2 more credits. We don't have any gambles. We drew a gamble, that'd be fine. So we're going to gain this. We're going to pop one of these because we just need money. I think if we have 12, we're probably okay. Let's do the math. Uh, 13. But that's the thing is now, it's like really hard for them to win because with this scored, we can score all their liberated cellas. We have all 3 of them. So if they score 1 agenda, they probably lose. Yo, this seems really good. Yeah, 14's probably enough. We may be able to take 1 more. This seems definitely like the worst card. Now we are really weak at this point to voter intimidation. Oh shit, hedge fund might be punitive. Okay, we're fine. So now we just click for 4 credits, and as soon as they score 1 agenda, we win the game in 3 turns. They probably aren't on 2 punitive. You're right, 2 punitive is like what? Either 4 or 6 influence, I don't know. 4. Yeah, so they're probably not on punitive. That's actually should have been something we could tell. Now they definitely can grind us out. This could be a Nisei. Psychic Field's the worst case scenario. Snare's not that bad. Can zoom in once. And that's the thing, they know as soon as they score, they're in a bad spot. Raven said, wouldn't triple icing service, central service protect that? Not necessarily. I don't think we have to run this. We saw that they were on Nise's and Labyrinthine, so this doesn't matter that much. That being said, yeah, I don't think we interact with them. Whoa, this is kind of crazy. Like, yeah, 1 agenda means that we can just do Liberated Cella, Liberated Cella, Liberated Cella. Whoa. And now we have to start interacting with them. That's fine. So I think we'll definitely draw first. We can always just panic DDM. It's not going to be that good. We've ran everything so far. NGO front. Okay, it's an NGO front. That's fine. It doesn't look like we have to run this. If it's a Psychic Field, it's really bad right now. So we could just double install some stuff because otherwise we remove it. We lose it. And we're back to resource spam. And we are going to clip some in money soon. Running HQ is probably the best here, but again, they're going to lose in maybe 24 turns. And if they're running a lot of 5-3s, it's hard for them to multiple score them. And then we know they put 1 Junebug back, so install advanced events to Junebug be something. If you score 2 notorieties with 5 clicks, you can exchange those with your cellos to hit 7 points and win. You're right. We could just try a notoriety. The thing is, like, I have no doubt there's breach domes in here, and that sucks. So, like, that's an option. This is also Hokusai, which is really bad. Like, there's so many reasons why it's hard to get a notoriety off in this specific matchup because they have on-access damage. But you're right. If we could play more aggressively, we could score 2 notorieties, and we just trade the notorieties for cellas. We actually maybe are able to do that in a single turn. Because we can, on this turn, we could have 5, 6, 7, 8 clicks. Grinding a PU deck is sweet, sweet irony. That it is. But that being said, a lot of PU decks, the best thing you could possibly do is only install which is necessary, which that boat has already sailed, and then just click for 4. You should do that, but grind them out. You will never run me, will you? I'm not sure. All right, you've tuned into good television. 21 health points they have left. They have to draw every turn. They might have been throwing out agendas and archives, but if they're expecting notoriety, and I think they've seen notorieties, they might actually not do that. Wait, 3 turns hit HQ? It's not the worst. Mind you, we can also trade this in for a 2-pointer, so exchange of information gets worse. Okay. Yeah, at some point we have to interact with them, but they still have to score 7 points, which generally takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns. That means that they're at 13 health left. If they don't have another preemptive, and these decks often can have 2 preemptives. Sometimes they also can have genetic resequencing, or no, what's it called, genotyping. They also have 9 installed license, probably on 12 or so. It's quality net crediting. Another exciting game in net installer. Hey, click for credit is a thing that we do on this channel. So that is either a lethal June bug or an agenda. If it's an agenda, they want to score all their agendas in the same action. That's interesting. I've never seen that happen. That's like a play against Leela, but that's a really bad play against Leela. So we can always just run the next thing they install, but that's of course risky. This is quality net credit. Click for credit, it's like a very on-brand thing. All right, they have 17 health left. Oh, let's go. Yeah, there's another preemptive. Okay, that's gonna put them back at 18 or 19 actually. This is the best. This is NGO front special report. So running an NGO front is actually better than running a June bug for obvious reasons. And we still have more health than them. We have 21 health. The only problem, and we have 3 Gabalis, 2 Kangamados. PU does this. Like, this is the best play against PU, so don't hate on this deck so much. Alright, unadvanced cards. We didn't see any House of Knives. We saw Nisei tokens. I don't think we need to run that. They're playing very smartly against this. They really are. Okay, install double advance. I think we'll check that one. That's probably a trap. If it's an NGO front, we don't mind that much. They know we're going to run this, so this seems like a bad play. Yeah, it's an NGO front. That's fine. If they're spending their whole turn on that, they're not, like, winning. What is this? Are they on Psychic Field? Maybe Psychic Field. Oh, they're special reporting? That makes HQ wild. Super fucking wild. Oh my god. Psychic Field actually is more popular than it's probably ever because of, what's it called? 419 coming out. And there's a lot of value in that. That being said, with 419, it's a May ability, so you can always choose not to access, right? Yeah, you may expose that card. Okay, and we're off. I think we actually checked this one. I think we do check this one, right? That card was in the remote server way too long for it to be a trap. They also played IPO, which makes HQ 4, but they did special report. That being said, there's still probably a fair bit of agendas in this deck. There's still 17 points. We can assume there's 6 on the table, and that's kind of rough. So we need to get one of these. I think server 2 is actually more likely to be an agenda. What do you think? Is server 2 lethal? Okay. Now we're playing Netrunner. It took us that many turns. We got 84 credits, which again we can't use. Maybe, hey, there's no doubt that a single Savant in this deck is probably good. Dancing Run HQ, which I don't know if that's entirely right, on the basis that they did special reporting and we know we're for sure going to get damage. This is definitely much more likely to be lethal, but it puts them way further back. Go server 6, equal less risk. You mean this server? You're right, it is less risk. This is high risk. This costs us the game unless we like draw a bunch. I think we definitely draw once to get around have we seen enough influence to say that they're not on data board? This is probably 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Maybe 3 Kakugo in server 2. Yeah, that's another reason why we want to draw. Wow, excuse me. We'll draw twice, I think. Well, that's pretty good, but we definitely don't need it on this run. You need to think about actually getting in more than one server. Yeah. That's the issue. As soon as we get into this server, we can't get into another one. So there's a chance of this turn that we probably DDoS when we run both of them. I think that's actually most likely the way that we win. All right, so Komainu is the worst, but we break it for free. If that's the case, we want to double install this turn. And the problem is we can't really. Actually, we don't want to double install at all. We want to single install. So right now we can get through 6 pieces of ice. Or DDM for the win, just shuffle them. Yeah, DDM isn't terrible either. So, okay, we can do run, DDM, worst case. But they're going to res all their ice, and we can't do all of that. Ah, fuck. Wow. And that's the thing is we don't deal with their bullshit advanceable traps if we DDM. We didn't see, I think actually DDM is definitely right. Because we didn't see any snares. We didn't even see obacadas. We can always do DDoS, DDM, and then see how things go. That's probably best, no matter what we DDoS this turn. Okay. Losing this card's the worst. Vamp doesn't look so bad right now, right? DDoS is fired. We have a chance of winning right here. That's a Chiashi. Take 2 net damage. I find these terms actually acceptable. 2 net damage, that's fire. We're only going to run this server once. I'd rather keep one of these because that means we get a remote. Of course, if they hit this, that's the worst. They hit it. Fuck me. Toll booth. All right. Wow, that's more influence. Can't read this deck anymore. So we can't steal double obacada because toll booth matters to you at all. So let's do a successful run. Card from deck. Death and Taxes. That's more influence. NGO front. Yeah, that gets a card out of their deck, which is good. DNA Tracker. Junebug. Breach Dome. Fuck. Okay, we gotta run the remotes. Which remote do we run? Still got double notoriety. We could, in theory, run HQ. Run archives. Now the problem is we trashed the Breach Dome for some fucking reason. Why do we trash the Breach Dome? Hit points. But yeah, there's no way running archives is going to let us keep a notoriety. It's unlikely. So we definitely want to run these two. The problem is, do we run once? I think we draw once. We didn't see an obacada yet, but it makes a lot of sense. Okay, gotta think some more. This is a 45, so they're probably on 3 of these. 3 Labyrinthine, that's 9. 3 obacadas, that's 18. 19, 20? No, that's unlikely too. Going for the old school mass agenda score, it seems. Yeah, they need to. I think we can draw once, run server 6. We might get blown out here. But we still haven't used any. We've only used 1 resource, which is the best. Can't res that. That's a Kakugo. You definitely used a Kangamato on that. We'll take a damage. That's acceptable. We'll still have enough. Lost a hedge fund. That's fine. We don't need that. It's a Kamainu. So we have to use 2 cards on that. That is the worst. Oh, that's why you don't use a Kangamato. Oh, we fucked up so bad. Oh, we goofed that. Oh, we totally goofed that. That's the last Kangamato. You definitely wanted to use a Kabali there, so you can do Kangamato Kabali to Kamainu. Oh, that fucking fires. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think trashing the dome is wrong there. Fuck. I snapped used the Kangamato. That still only breaks 2 subs. Oh, you're right. It doesn't break all. I'm used to grappling hook. Actually. Well, this is going to fire no matter what. So I guess we die to anything that we access here. So keeping 1 or keeping 0 doesn't change much. Keeping a Kangamato. Do we take all the damage? And we died to Neural. So we'll keep 1. Oh, we can always draw up after that. No. This might be wrong. You can't, yeah, we can't steal Obacada with 2 cards, so that's okay. The thing is we don't die to Gene Splicer. Yeah, that was a bad hit. Yeah, it's an Obacada. Motherfucker. So they can score 6, and then they probably win soon enough. So we definitely want to draw up here so we don't die to Neural. And the notoriety probably doesn't matter. Why can't I draw? Oh, that's last stack. Oh, that's GG. Well, maybe they shuffled their Neurals away. Maybe they did. Oh, they had double Neurals. Oops. Whoops. Yeah, I did not count the stack. Ah, that sucked. Good game. Could you kindly res all? I think you were playing that right. Milled by Kamainu. Oh man. So I thought they shuffled most of their hands, so having double Neuro is bad. Okay, so that's agenda. This server, it'd actually be pretty rough. This is a 4 damage server, so we don't run this. In archives, there was 3 breach domes. Yeah. I think my only possible win was... Oh, no. Actually, I didn't really... Oh. Yeah, the only way we could have won was waiting. Because you needed to likely score 3 agendas in the same turn. Yeah, combined is a bunch of individual instances in net. Oh yeah, right. So that's what milled my deck. Because each individual run milled too. No plan besides killing you with what you had on board. Almost called it right. Yeah, the double O-cut was problem. This was the one that we definitely should have won. If we ran this one, we would have been fine. The combine was the issue. This doesn't matter. This is 4 damage. And we did lose a lot. Like, we lost 6 plus 2 plus 1. That's actually one of the big reasons why we should have used Bahali on that, is to prevent the damage of the double install. But if we ran that, we would have been fine. We would have been able to steal it. Puts us on 6 points. And at that point, it's really hard for them to win because they have to score 2 agendas at the same time and they had 11. Yeah, I was going to set up the 2 Obacadas and try for the 1. You could have done it. I needed a 10-click turn, which I think was just short of possible. Yeah, Hybrid Driver would have helped with that. But that's the thing, is if they score 2 agendas at the same time, which we could have totally left with them with doing that, is that as soon as they score, we get all our fan sites, and then we do change 1 fan site in for a 2-pointer. They're not going to forfeit the 3-pointer. Change another fan site for the 2-pointer. Actually, they have to forfeit the 3-pointers. Totally. And the thing is, they couldn't build a 3rd remote. Man, this deck is weird. Also, Scarcity is going to be rubbish. Man, what an interesting deck. See you around. Like, I think the right play is actually score your 3-pointers and forfeit them for a 2-pointer. The problem is then you have to score another 3-pointer before you can do the next Liberated Cella. Whoa. Yeah, I think just having to wait is probably right. Vicky asks, Andre, have you tried the 19 deck from NRDB? I don't actually know what that means. 419? If that's the case, no, I haven't tried any 419 decks. It's Fear the Masses and an Origami deck. Oh no, I've played some Fear the Masses decks back with like Chaos Theory and stuff like that. Not the biggest fan. Sometimes it works. Okay, hey. How's it going? Near Earth Hub generally runs a lot of small agendas. We can't keep up with asset spam, far from it. I think we want to open up really aggressively, so this is not aggressive enough. If we had a DDM maybe. But as soon as we run, we get hard hitting news. So I think we want to just run and set up. They have to forfeit for sure. Then they do, and then they're forfeiting 6 points, and then we have 3. This is an easy matchup to fire Notoriety on, though. I'm doing well. And if we fire Notoriety, we're good. We're gonna mulligan this. That's a bunch better, right? I don't know how good giving them money is, but at least we can not get hard-hitting news immediately. Fear the Masses is definitely a potent card. Cypher, Glut Cypher that just came out kind of does something similar? No, not entirely. Alright, so they're going to be spamming out. Again, I think the best thing that they want to rush out is the AR Enhanced Security. That being said, we're not going to trash a lot of stuff. Do we want to give them money? I think giving them money and us money means we don't get hard-hitting news, which is pretty great. It also means we can start contesting remotes. Julien, do we play their game or do we sit back and play our game? Because we could play Peace. Oh, then we can't run the remotes. So no, never mind. So I think we just play Peace and start drawing. We definitely want to get this down as soon as possible. Just so, because this could be an agenda on the table and having that scored is great. Double DBS. That means that probably a combo-based deck. That's okay for us. If they bury their agendas, that means they're going to go for the later game. I don't think we trash those. That's fine. It's okay. Julian says Peace fan side, so we did that right. There's a bit of a delay, obviously. Should you have known that Sheila combo so early? Could he have hit you outside the EMP if you didn't interact into Discord? Should you have shown the Sheila combo? I think we should have, just because we have a chance of losing it. It's hard to read what that deck does, for sure. It's hard to read, but we have to keep 3 Cellas, because each one removes itself from the game. Alright, so in theory, we could go straight into Sure Gamble, into Deep Data Mining, but we might as well just wait until we have another card. It'd be hilarious if this is like a little engine. That's really good, because now actually we have like a way to maybe win. Oh. Oof. So we don't have a double install here. We don't want to show this, so we might actually just want to play Gamble. That's kind of rough. We can also throw out a DDM, but that's probably how we win. They don't have a lot of ice. And they're drawing through their deck relatively heavily. So if we DDM this turn, next turn, they've gone through 3 cards with Daily Business Show. So that we DDM again and we see like 3 new cards. Depends. Actually, if we steal, sometimes we can see like 5 new cards. So it's really good when they have double DBS. Let alone they're drawing with NEH. If you're new to this game, this used to be everywhere. That is probably a Mumbad Virtual Tour, even a Prizek. Prizek, what's it called? Prizek into Psychic Field. Might use Psychic Field might be popular now. It's lethal a lot of the time. I don't know if we need to run this. Yeah, we probably should. Like, what's the worst? MVT? That puts us back on 15. Prizek trashes one of these. I don't see why we don't run this. Yeah, okay. This might be wrong. But we have so much money, we're not worried about that much. It's a Beal. Well, that's good. It's MVT, that's fine. We have that next turn if we need it. So if we draw once more, we can't do that much. Career Fair into DDoS. Fuck it, I think we just show it. I don't want to throw out any of these cards. This makes it harder for them, and they might want to build a stronger remote. Because on one hand, yeah, if they see the DDoS, they might ice up R&D. But on the other hand, now they know they need a 2 ice remote. They really do need a 2 ice remote. And they probably want to just DBS into ice for the remote. Yeah, so if they spend their ice on the remote, it's not that bad for us. We do have to watch out. They might be playing the Reprisal card, which is kind of rough against us if they bounce like a liberated thing. Julian, sorry, that was too late on the chat. Now they're at 19. This is a really good double install. And now this looks like a weird deck, right? As soon as you see that all-nighter, mind you, look at that new art. Just chugging through the diesels. DDoS DDM? No rush. No rush rights yet. Like, we want to do DDoS DDM on a turn where we can also score notorieties, Ataki. We're like doing pretty okay right now. They have no econ assets. They are going to draw a lot of their econ cards. They score a... That's probably an NGO front. That's such a ballsy play. Oh, wow. That's good. That gives us a fan site. Interesting. Fuck. What is this draw? So we can install both of these. This is cool now. They have to forfeit this. So now we can have 5 clicks for the Liberated Cello. We can forfeit our fan site, and they'll probably forfeit the 15 minutes. Lock that R&D. It doesn't lock for very long because they have double DBS. So I'm not sure it's exactly a lock. As soon as we get the double notorieties down, we're in a good spot. And also with Beth, like, it's not hard to fire Liberated Cello. This is card 81. This is card 30 of the next cycle. Man, this made this so much easier to play. All right, MVT on there. They're prepared for the data mine. This actually could easily be an agenda. I think we should check it. But if we play this, we can't check it. That means we will play next turn. This is not likely an MVT. It's probably a Beal. Oh, there. Called it. Got to keep our credits up at this point. Yeah, right? Like, that's such obvious an agenda. I don't know. It could be a pad campaign. If we hit that, it's not bad. It's probably not an MVT. They definitely have 2 or 3 of these in their deck, and they need to score those as soon as possible because it makes this MVT so much worse. And we have 21 credits. So theory, they could do like hedge fund, C-source closed, maybe, but then we're both back. People in chat are yelling DDM. I don't think we DDM right there. Awesome Maui, what's up? We want to get the credit lead. I think whatever that is, they can score it. Right? Like, we got 1 Beal. It's not a food. Have credits. Well, we'll set up. We want the notoriety turn. So you can play this and both of those. I don't think we need the gamble. We want to keep that as like a surprise. We actually probably don't even need these. It's good though. Man, we haven't found a Laguna. Oh, we could have played that. Okay, we'll DDM next turn for sure. Win the game already? Yeah, we actually we could. We haven't seen restricted card, assuming they're on food. And now we have the credits to be able to DDM through this and then hit the MVT and clear it. That's the only problem is if this is in Aries, the MVT gets a bit worse. Also, if we hit Exploded Paloozas, that's pretty bad. Mind you, they're going through 3 cards a turn, so they're cycling through their deck every 30. So I think just about this time, the DDM is looking really sweet. That's also probably their second MVT, if not a price hack. Let's do it. DDoS, DDM. There's also a chance that we don't DDoS there and we let him res it, but then the DDoS actually doesn't work. Never mind. Now we got credits, yeah, right? So we definitely access the deck first because this could give us a tag with a price hack. So you always do the deck first so we don't quantum kitty. IP block, that's fine. AR, that's good. Project Beal, that's greater. Mumbed Virtual Tour, yes. Oh, that wasn't. Sorry. Thought that was the upgrade. Whatever. Pad campaign, no. Oh, it's CVS. Fuck yeah. No worries. Wasn't that bad. We're not gonna trash that. I don't care about that. Thought I'd hit 2. Okay, so now we have less money than them, but we're at the point where we can start like, oh man, we can do it right now, right? We forfeit the all-nighter and see if they will give us the game. Value DDM. Oh, we could value DDM, yeah. Fuck it, we just go again, right? The thing is, it's not going to be better next turn. We know they're drawing an IP block, which we can always trace through. So I think we can just DDM again. I'd rather Julien just take the click and liberated Cella. I think I'd rather do that. They also could score IP block into hard hitting new C source, so maybe we have to win this turn. But that's the options. Like we could do all-nighter into liberated Cella, and then we can do all-nighter DDM. I guess we'll do DDM first, and then we can do all-nighter liberated Cella. Whatever. Julian's yelling no in chat. Okay, we're in. The CVS doesn't matter that we didn't trash it. I'd like to do 5 of these. We knew that. No. Maybe we should have trashed that actually. Exchange. Oh, that's actually really scary. Hedge fund. Exchange. Okay, so we could have saw one more card. Okay, now we probably need to keep our credits up. We could do all-nighter. Exchange isn't that bad because we didn't steal food. That means they're likely on food. But yeah, they probably just remove this from the game. But that puts them behind. We don't have to do that right now. So we could draw into no gamble. So I think we just click for 3 credits so we're harder to C source. If this is an IPO, an NGO front, we're in a pretty bad spot. And we can still NGO front. Right now they drew IP block, pad, exchange, I think. So they have 1 exchange. If you fire Cella, it turns off exchange. That's true? That's very true. That being said, they can't really do that to us. Like, it's going to be all their money. Oh, hard-hitting news? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's okay. How much money are you going to pay for that? You went down to 1 credit? Did we die here? So it's 24, so that's all their money. Fucking hell. So do we just clear the tags? We 100% just clear the tags. That hard-hitting news is not going to do them enough. We just clear the tags, and then we're down 8. Yeah, now we're above 14 credits. Yeah, we're fine, right? The worst would be Zealous Judge, but that's okay. And now the DDM is super brand new. Man, I got a lemon. I gotta go find that lemon. What? JPEG? Yeah, we're fine, right? We could even consider running the remote. So we could do DDoS DDM. I just kind of want to win off notoriety. That seems way more fun. We win off notoriety. GG. So we can get 5 more clicks, or 2 more clicks putting us on 5, then we do run notoriety. Right? We'll probably win sooner than that. I don't want to do DDM because I just want to win on the notoriety. We could do the 3rd DDM, but I don't want to. I just want to win on notoriety. I never won a game. Actually, no, I have. I have won a game on notoriety. Biotic labor. Wow. It takes a click to use this. So we're going to take a click. Run archives. Global food. Oh no, we didn't win a fucking notoriety. Oh no. Good game. Oh, I was going for the... they robbed us from it. Oh man, okay, we pulled that off. This is a cool deck. That would have been cool. Yeah, it would have been rad. How did that get in the bin? That's definitely they're feeding us the exchange for sure, but now we don't have to respect that. But we nailed it, right? That was right. Yeah, we could have just spammed another DDM to see another 5 cards. Again, that's probably the best time to do it because their deck has been cycling through. This has been firing for about, like, what? They got both of those on turn 1, and this is turn 10. So they basically gone through their deck. Every turn they're drawing 3, and they only have a 24. So that's actually a really good time to DDM. It's probably just the point of DDM. Because you saw, we're seeing cards that they buried, right? Because they buried exchanges. They didn't need them at the time. So that's good. Noto or we riot. All right, we'll give this another shot. Let me get that lemon 1 sec. I'll be right back. Oh, excuse me. Turns out I left the stove on, so that was a good thing to go check up on, huh? If you're just tuning in, my name is Andre. How's it going? Things are a bit subdued tonight. I have a bit of a sore throat kicking in, so we're going to be a bit slow, but we're playing this really interesting deck. It was given from Julien from Montreal. Good friend, very strong Netrunner player. And he got this apparently from someone named Ramos, who has been running this, so it's been cool. Let's give it another shot. We have no breakers. That's generally what we want to do. Let's see if we can liberate some cello. So far we haven't liberated cello once, which is a bit upsetting. Ooh. Okay, this hand's actually relatively sweet, right? Because if they don't ice R&D, we can just DDM, and then they can't remove anything from the game. We're weak against this because they can remove our stuff from the game. It basically means don't levy, because we just can't levy. Beth is good enough, and if they do ice it up, we'll give them money. Okay, they iced everything up. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I wish I had cinnamon. I don't think that's good for the throat. I just want to put cinnamon in everything. That's probably way too much lemon. Okay, so we can just set up now. 9 credits isn't a lot. Giving them money is probably not the best thing to do, but we want to end up career fairing down our good card, our Laguna. Draw. Nope, draw. These are also one-time uses. Oh, they're actually removing the piece in our time. That makes this turn a lot easier. And maybe we don't want to show that we have this. This is one of the best answers to Archer in the game. It's a one-time shot, and then they remove it from the game, but at least they can't rush. It looks like the hostile's coming online, so this could be an Archer. But once we got a Kangamato, we can score Archer on the table. We are getting 5 clicks, which is generally good. We could get more money. I don't think we need more money. We don't want to give them money. I think 10 is probably enough. Ooh, what's the chance of... Oh, we have a lot of clicks. If we DDoS, like, the notoriety is so easy. So if we draw once more, we'll be at 8. Which means we have to double install. Fuck. We have no double install here. I think we throw out the career fair for sure. I guess this sure gamble is probably just as good. They'll be dead confused on waiting the program to Hunter Seeker. Yeah, that's true, but Hunter Seeker is any card, Vicky. It's not necessarily a program. So Hunter Seeker is actually really strong against things like Liberated Cello. Maybe we want to keep this in hand. Any reason not to use career fair? Oh no, we should have. Totally, yeah, we had that in our hand since the beginning. What are we doing? So we don't want to throw things out. We definitely want to get this installed. This is a good Hunter Seeker target. That's a problem. I don't know if people Hunter Seeker this, though. The other option is throwing out DDMs. DDMs is how we win. We definitely throw out these. We have way too much money. We wanted to keep the career fair actually at the time for our Laguna Velasco. It would technically give us a bit more value. We kind of were greedy. Money is not that important. And they're preparing for the DDM. All right. Oh, there we go. So we can career fair that out. Now, if we draw once, action. If we draw once, we can still install this, which is fine. Or hopefully we find another Kangamato Gavahali. No, okay, so we draw a double draw. So this is a good double install next turn. We also have this double install next turn, which is really good. Actually, if we 100% had a Kangamato, next turn we could do Liberated. We could do DDM into All-Nighter. Fan Sight's also a really good draw right now. We want those. I think they won't remove this from the game, so let's get that down. This deck looks 100% like it's on Apocalypse. I think that's the only reason why Shapers will want to play this, and that's why they're icing up all Central servers. I don't think it's wrong. That's a Fan Sight, which is really good. That's another Fan Sight, which is probably better. We have 2 clicks here. We can just install that. That's fine. Again, we don't have any Kangamados. A lot of their sentries. There's no Wayland Dice that ends the run as a first subroutine. I guess actually there is. It's that 10 barrier. Wow, this tastes really good. So let's find a Kangamato. We found a Kangamato. So we can double install these 2. If we draw 2 more, we'll be on 9. It's very hard for us to play everything, so we can just install these. We also technically want to keep our money up. Trojan Horse is pretty bad because we don't run programs. So this is okay. We also could show that we're on this. It's not the worst. Huh. Yeah, we're likely able to notoriety next turn. Let's try it. Spiderweb? Oh yeah, Spiderweb's good, right? Battlement's also a thing that ends the run. You're right. There's actually a fair bit. I'm thinking of the things that a lot of people are playing. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, we lost the Temple Liberated Mind. They're removing that from the game. Okay, if they score this, that's totally acceptable for us. Let's fire off. Let's go. They can only res 1 archer. We have 5 clicks. We have a chance of losing things to net damage if they do res a Mouseless. So let's go straight DDM. They'll probably res their good ice here. We only have 9 credits again. That doesn't really matter. It does matter for hard-hitting news. Kakugo? Fuck me. No, 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 no! It hit a notoriety. Cleaners. Hostile. Arc lockdown. Underway. Seems good. So, we could DDM again. Don't think I want to. I'll be better even next turn. That worked out. So mind you, this is a lot of influence. That means they're probably not on anything else. So what was the one card that we saw? It was Arc Lockdown. That's 5. Punitive. There's no way. You might not get it back in again. I think we get back in again. Like this we break for sure. They're not drawing an ice. We have another DDoS. If we top deck a notoriety, we can run HQ. Oh, yeah, we double draw. So we can still double draw into a notoriety and run HQ. No, we did not do that. Can we same old thing notoriety? That notoriety, yeah, it would have been so good in hand. So if we install this, we can get, no, not enough clicks. We haven't double installed yet. I think we're in a good enough spot here. Even if we play the sure gamble, we're not good against, like we still get double punitive. So I think we're just gonna click for a credit. We could draw and then discard a card. I guess that's better because we don't need the Beth. Beth is more likely to not be killed. I think they'll probably hit the Laguna if anything. So they probably Hunter Seeker us now. We'll assume one of those cards is Hunter Seeker, right? There's no way they punitive us. They're just gonna keep doing that. All right, they got the second notoriety. You're no fun. This person's no fun. They will remove the third fucking notoriety. Oh wait, they just are in a bad spot right now. That's the second notoriety. Wait, can we score 2 notorieties? We have 1 same old thing, so that's unlikely. So at this point, we can just like forfeit our liberated Cella and puts them back as well. Other option, of course, would be just do DDoS, DDM. They're running a lot of 1-pointers, so I think that's probably best while we have the window. I'm surprised they scored that thing. They could have done a lot more damage to us. They haven't lost their levy yet, which is kind of the best thing we got. No. There's nothing that costs us money to steal. Might as well play this. Oh, miss, what's up? You can't same old thing priority events. Oh, that one isn't. We died a snare. We weren't going to play around it. We could have actually double drawn here to not die to snare. That would have been cool. Oh, we have to trash that. All right, let's go. Arc Lockdown. Oh, so we only sing 4 new cards. Marcus Batty. Eh, we don't want them to have that. Sapper. Oh. Doesn't matter. We could same old thing DDM next turn. Unlikely. I don't think we trash this. We want them to draw that. Guard. Hedge fund. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's fine. Chella to force agenda forfeit, so it's harder to res Archer. Yeah, I think now that's what we're going to do. Now we have the second Chella. Next turn, we'll just Chella. They just drew an Arc Lockdown. That's kind of scary. They might want to double remove Notoriety. We have given up on their remote. We have given up on their remote. Another option is... I don't think we have to do anything here. Like, I think we just want to use these before we levy. Right? Like, there's a lot of options here. Like, contesting this remote, not that great. Thinking. So we could just liberate a Chella. We need to use one of our all-nighters and liberate a Chella. We can also use 2 liberated all-nighters, excuse me, to sure gamble Chella. This still puts him on game point, right? Whoa, Jesus Christ, excuse me. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I've never used this card. Waiting for the corp to decide whether or not to forfeit Liberate Agenda. They have to or they lose. Alright. Got him. Choose an agenda to forfeit. Fansite. Alright. And that is our turn. We're going to throw out one of these. Oh, I think the best card is our third Fansite. Right? Our third Fansite is perfect. Yo, what's up, Remy? This deck is a joke. This deck's pretty good. This deck is solid. Yeah, so we need our third Fansite because then they're fucked. Because they need to score another hostile and they don't have it. Like, they can't score this agenda. As soon as they score this agenda, we can do, like, Chella Chella. Even we can forfeit a 1-pointer and then they have to forfeit the 3-pointer. And that's, like, great for us. Hilariously how Chella interacts with, wait till I got it. How well this reacts with, interacts with, Jemison. They forfeit the agenda, right? The Arc Lock down to the Notorieties. Well, that's no fun. This deck is pretty good as long as you don't accidentally let a commander clear your entire deck. Yeah, well, we misplayed that. Let's say that. So we knew they drew that. So next draw is their Sapper. Oh, actually, no, they drew a bunch there. So they drew their Sapper, their Lockdown, and they drew whatever the next card is. I think it's a Guard. Single Subroutine Ice is relatively good for them to draw, for us. So we could double install here with these two. That means we might as well draw once. This card has some value, but they're not going to be removing from game our all-nighters, are they? They actually did remove one of our things from the game. Okay. So we know they're not going to install Best Defense this turn. I think it's actually better to have these things out. What's our next turn here? And we can... I'd rather not show we have breakers. We don't need to. Oh, sorry. Place one power counter. Okay, let's go. Install Chella, then Levy, protect DDMs. Yeah, I think that's probably right. All right, they have a cleaner scored, and that's fine for us because now we can liberate a Chella, a Fansite, and then they have to... Oh, we got the next one. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. We're going to rob them 5 agenda points. So we're going to take this click. We'll liberate a Chella. They'll forfeit this, putting them on 3, so it's off game point. Oh god, the only problem is that we only have 3 liberated Cellas and then they're removed from the game, whether or not we're playing against Scorpios, so... Oh, actually, hold on. Oh no, we probably should have used a click first on our all-nighter to install the second liberated Cella, but I guess we can do that next turn anyways, it's fine. Oh, we definitely, if they score a hostile here, it's pretty bad for us. Oh, thank god. So we have to use both our all-nighters. Yikes. I guess it doesn't matter. If they score a 5-3 out here, we're fine. That's going to put us behind? That's fine. All right, they forfeited the cleaners. Okay, that's a lot of guards removed from the game. I guess that might be what you expect from Scorpios. It doesn't make us win, yeah. It doesn't make us win, but now they need a lot of agendas. And they're on 5 credits, which kind of hurts us. That might not be the right play. Like, this actually is a pretty... It's +1. Yeah, it doesn't win the game. They might have actually wanted to keep that cleaners. Because we'd have to forfeit 1 agenda. We'd be on 6 points. I don't know what's in the rest of our deck. I think we have 1 sure gamble. So I'm actually interested in doing Diesel into... Because we probably went off DDM. And they still have to score a bunch of points. And those are probably all their 3-pointers. Oh, that's... Oh, man. That actually would be better to put down. Then they'd have to forfeit. Now, this card is useless because we have all our cellos out of the game. So the last card in our deck is a hedge fund. So do we want to do hedge fund, a Diesel, hedge fund double install? Probably. Diesel's no better than drawing. Oh, what? Oh, they removed the sure gamble. Fuck me. If we levy, we go down to 1 credit, and that seems pretty ass. We're going to have to do it anyways, but we want to not make them know that they have a scoring window. I think it's probably better just install this. Yo, what up, Thomas? And before Corp gets decked, 18 cards left, right? How many agenda points do they have left? Well, they're on a 44 deck, right? So they have 18 points. That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have 8 points left. Holy shit, wait, we gotta do the math here. If they're on 18 agenda points, which they generally are, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, they have to score most of their agendas. There's 6 left, they need to score 4 of the points, and they understand how they're gonna lose. This is the perfect time to just go ahead and levy. That's the best card that we could have opened in our hand with, for sure. And we probably win next turn with a single DDM. Oh, we can't, so in 2 turns with a single DDM. Is it better to put a credit, click on Temple of Liberating Mind? It's the same as clicking for a credit, I suppose. Because you can just take this off and click for a credit later. So I think this is technically better. No, they might be on hard news. I don't know. And they did not get to arc lock down to the DDMs. They went for the notorieties. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. We can score this one, though, right? It's not game point, though, so I don't know if we care. I think we just DDM next turn for sure. So we want to play this first as priority. And we can get through a bunch of ice here. So I think they still lose. This can mill next turn 5 cards. And I don't think there's anything else we need in the deck. They just want to hit our DDMs, which they can't do. This is not that great of an install. It's probably better in hand against this, so it can protect a DDM. That being said, we're going to discard 1 card, so I guess we might as well put it down. Yeah, great. Oh, it doesn't offer you Haley if you can't. That's actually pretty smart. And now here, clicking for credit doesn't matter that much. If they want a Resin Archer, sacrificing the cleaners, it's not great because we have one of these. So I think we're just going to load this thing up. Do we have any more notorieties? It's so hard to see this thing. I think they got all of them, right? Yeah, we're not going to run this turn. We can't. There's going to be a spiderweb on R&D. How's it going, Hot Dog Man? Could be. We don't have anything to say about that. We lost the sure gamble. That's fine. Again, they need to score another 3-pointer. The deck probably doesn't have best defense. It's hitting the all-nighter. That's fine for us. That lowers the density HQ. So this turn, we're going to just go ahead and DDoS. DDM. Keep Cello? We can't. Cello, all 3 are removed from the game. So here they jam an Atlas. So I think we do DDM, and if that doesn't work out, we can just swing on the server. So I'm going to remove this and see if they'll remove it from the game. They've only seen 1 levy, but we might have another in hand, so they might actually want to remove this from the game depending how long the game goes. We don't really need money for this run. Let's go. Yeah, we've liberated all the cello. There's no more cello to have. So let's see if this is an archer. Mouseless would kind of suck, but it's not that big of a deal. Do it up. And if they spend all their money on this run, like we just run server 2, they have very little things to jam into a remote server. We've seen Marcus Batty. That actually might be a Batty. Batty on R&D would be our worst enemy. Math is being done. Tithonium here, we could break the end of the run. They would trash 2 programs. It doesn't matter. Fuck, this deck is cool. This is some old nonsense. Again, scarcity, absolutely brutal. Probably have to change it. So it's an archer. That actually doesn't matter at all. We break the subroutine that matters. You can gain 2. So they forfeit an agenda to gain 2. We probably win on this run. This one, I think Kagamata is probably worse. We want to be able to run through this again, so we'll keep it. Def gonna trash them programs. Alright, and we are in. We're gonna take 1 damage. We lose another DDM. That's the worst case scenario for sure. Oh, they removed that. That's very good. Card from deck. IPO. Okay. Marcus Baddie. We got the second Baddie. That's pretty good. Hunter Seeker. Hostile. Hunter Seeker. Fuck! Not yet. Nope. So Tithonium would suck here. I think we definitely run this. And then if that doesn't work out, we run HQ. Like, we're going to go ham. We did use our DDoS. Puppy, what's up? What kind of shenanigans? It's a what's it called? A programless liberated Chella Haley, and it's actually really fun. It's really cool. Well, our first matchup was pretty bad, but all the other matchups we feel pretty good. We feel pretty much in control. All right, so there's probably something in HQ. Pretty sure this loses me the game, but YOLO. Oh man, they're gonna forfeit another cleaners. That definitely, if they forfeit the cleaners, that definitely loses the game. Oh. I think if they res another archer and trash this, they honestly can't win the game. Okay, so this is the problem. If we end the run here, we can't get to this remote, but this is either the Marcus Baddie or the winning agenda. And we don't have that many things left. Like, fuck. I think we have one oh man, we don't have a lot of things to do. Do we break this? I think this deck needs one program. I don't know. How did they res the use of DDoS? DDoS is only the outermost piece of ice on the server, homies. So they can't res this one or that one. We could bounce here and then just run HQ. That probably wins us the game. But I think we're probably going to win on DDM. We don't have to risk it here. I don't want to use this because that means we definitely can't DDM. 100% that's an agenda. That's fine if it's an agenda though. Because then they can't res here and we can run here twice. Win till turn 10. We have lots of 1-pointers. It's hard. If they're on only 5-3s, mind you, this deck is gross. So they can only res this side. So if they do, they can't score. So I think we just run HQ twice. Best defense. Ah, fuck. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe we want to run that. Do we run that? Shasner says that's 100% an agenda. Spag says Overminds. Overminds would probably be good. Overminds is probably all this deck needs. Because you can break 1 or 2 things, and then they get value out of Levy. The thing is you have to overinstall them, which is kind of awkward. They couldn't res what they wanted. Oh yeah, that's why they said, oh, never mind. Okay, so that's probably an archer. If they score this, they're on game point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's still 4 points, and I think we just go HQ again and then win off the DDM. Because they have no probably way to shuffle their deck. And I already forgot what was on R&D. Fuck. I wouldn't be surprised if that was an Atlas. We gotta look at the agenda, like consistency of the deck. Because if it's 3, 6, 9, they're probably running 3 of these, so that's 10, 11, 12, 3 hostiles, 13, 14, 15. God fucking damn it, it wasn't Atlas. Ah, shit. Did not call that right. So, what's left in our deck? I think we have 1 Bahali, that's it. No, not even. No, we have no more breakers. Told you. Yeah, it's probably worth it. That seemed like the best time they could jam, but they're in a bad spot because they don't have money to res ice, let alone score agendas, and we know they're not drawing them, and if they have them in HQ, hopefully we'll find them. They have best defense and whatever the top card of the deck was. I think it was an IPO. I don't actually remember because I always forget what I see off of. Okay, that confirms that. They're playing around Beth aggressively. And I think we just DDM next turn. Trash Sapper. Oh, that was it. I think actually we trashed that here. Because that's a card that plays around another DDM, another DDoS. And we have another DDoS in our deck, so I think we want to find it. We found it. Career Fair is better than Fanside. Fanside is actually useless. How am I freaking gears? Excuse me. There's also a chance that this deck could use 1 or 2 copies. Yo, actually, this is really good. Why don't we run Shadow Net? Because then we can do Shadow Net into Notoriety. It's not bad. You'd probably rather use your fan sites for Cella though, right? So they did gain 3 credits. So if we run R&D, we are going to see, we saw 5 cards, stole 1, trashed 1, and then they did draw. So we're going to see 4 new cards. So next turn we can wait. I forget whether they're drawing ice or not. We don't need money. So I think we have 1 more DDM. Imagine we didn't lose that DDM. I guess it doesn't matter that much because we can't run this. But if that whiffs, we just can't get into the remote and we actually lose the game. Overmind's a better idea. Yeah, it probably is. Rather keep cards in hand. I guess we can always same old thing into this. But again, yeah, we only have so many times to break this shit. Yeah, worst case scenario is they strap an ice on here. We need to know. Like, that's the thing. Can still win with Cella? No, Cella removes itself from the game, so we've used all 3. Does anybody in chat remember what ice we saw on top of R&D? Because if they actually have an ice on top of R&D, if it was another guard or something, and they slap it on here, we can't win. We have to win on the remote. And winning on the remote is actually not the worst thing, so I guess we'll click on a credit. So we know the next card's not an agenda, so we know there's no agendas in hand. So they did draw. So this is the last card that they draw, we know. So now the top of R&D is all new, and we know everything in HQ. So now, 1 unknown in HQ. Scorp seems really poppy right now. Just finished playing 3 Scorp in a row. It might be. They didn't get any love in this next pack, so maybe it's not. Yeah, we've used our 1 levy. We've levied once. So that's the ice on R&D. The question is any of this ice end the run ice that costs 3 or less? Because if it is, we have to DDoS right now. And if we DDoS right now, we can't get through this remote. So if this is like an ice wall, we're fucked. Luckily, if it's an ice wall, we can just end the run, and then we can do same old thing DDM. So I think it's worth a shot. I don't care about any of these cards, so I will career fair this out. It really doesn't matter, actually. No, it really doesn't. Yeah, let's not. Okay, this is 5 new cards. Yeah, there were 200 Seekers. Thank you, Remy. Overmind is your in case of emergency card if you want to be safer. Crypsis. Yeah, Crypsis actually isn't terrible either because we have clicks to load it, right? And if they purge, it's good for us. So if this is an ice wall, we're fucked. If it's a battlement, we're fucked. It looks like we're fine. This is our last run. We're going to see most of R&D. So this one we have to Gabahali. Whoa. The guard, huh? So it's 1 credit short. I think that was our total window. Oh, you can gain 2. They understood, or we understood that that was the last time that we could run. Because as soon as they have another credits to res 2 of these, we're fucked. And that's the thing, is like Scorpios removed their stuff from game. Normally in most other matchups, that's not the case. We can actually do this a couple times. We are weak to Archer here. Rototurret and guard. Ayy. So they need a 1 more credit there. So let's see 5. That's another guard. It's a Meromati. Oh, please. Hunter Seeker. Fuck. Meromati. Where are the agendas? Did they just top deck an agenda? We just have to run HQ 4 times here. The fuck? The fuck is this? Do we trash this so they get milled? They actually removed DDM. Hiding in archives? It's worth a shot. That mills them a turn faster. They're not going to draw an agenda though, so maybe that's wrong. I think we're going to run HQ a couple times. If that doesn't work, I guess we run archives last click. It's all in HQ. We know every card in HQ besides 1. So it has to be archives if anything else. I don't know when they threw out. I didn't pay enough attention. They can res this. If they do, that's fine. That means they can ice up archives for a bit. We know they're top decking a guard. So they have it in HQ. So HQ is perfectly safe. The remote is perfectly safe. We 100% lost this game unless they're in archives right now. I think that's the game. Let's count. We have 1 more DDoS. 2 birds, 2 Gabahali. Oh, fuck off. I think that's it. Oh, is the Atlas or bust? No! I don't think we have a breaker. Yeah, we don't. Nope. Oh no! We've accessed so many cards and we couldn't find it. It was all that Alice. We should have gone in on the Alice. I think they would still res the guard no matter what if it was a if it was what's it called? You top deck the 1, right? They might still be able to win in time. They 100% win in time, right? Like they probably have 1 card in hand. There's no other reason why they res ice on HQ. So they have 1 in hand and they just jammed that. Yeah, we should have accessed that server for sure. Fuck. Chesner, I know. I can't remember. I think you just broke lock and drew 1 card. I don't know. Is there an agenda in HQ? Nice Atlas. I have best defense. Yeah. It's best IPO Hunter Seeker 2. Yeah. What's best defense? Oh, we should have known that. Okay, because they only have 4 cards. Oh, wow. All of them are at the bottom of R&D then. 3, and there's still enough points to win, right? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. Whoa, wait. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's just enough agendas to win. Yeah, there's 1 more Atlas. That was rough. I think there's only 1 more Atlas Timberland because it's only 18 points. Digging for that last one. Dang. Almost got it to the point of no win. I really needed those notorieties. The Kakugo hit the notoriety I needed on the first DDM. Oh man, that's bad luck. If it was on the last card on R&D, could have won. Yeah, that's true. If it was the last card on R&D, we could have won. So technically, Tarmus is totally right. We could have clicked for credits. I had to recently think about what was in my deck when I forfeited the last agenda. The Atlas isn't the last card, right? Because otherwise, I should not have forfeited. Yeah, that's crazy. 18th deck, they forfeited 3, 4, 5, 6 agenda points. No Atlas is okay, perfect. I feel better about that. Thanks so much for the game, eh? If you're just tuning in, how's it going? We found a really cool deck tonight. This one runs no breakers, it runs Liberated Cella, and it actually looks pretty okay. I think it's a bit more difficult to play than I'm doing. I'm doing a good job at it yet. We're gonna figure this one out though. Excellent stream content. It was fun. Yeah, that one was cool. It's only 11:20. I think we got time for another one. There's some games like you saw one game we won in turn 1. That's not so much to say about the deck, but kind of about DDM. But that happens. And that one we got a bit unlucky. I guess digging for 1 more. Oh, we're doing it again. Oh, that was the other person watching. They know what we're on. Oh, that's kind of rubbish. They're gonna play Scarcity turn 1, and we're gonna concede. Unless we draw into a DDM or a hedge fund. Because this is, you know, Spark, so they're going to be digging in. Oh, we could have zoomed in once, huh? Oh, that's actually a really good hand. Don't add a breaker, make it a theme deck, right? Yeah, I guess we can't. Technoco just came out. It's actually pretty decent against this deck. We're running like 9 or 10 virtual cards. Let's see if they res something before we do something. In theory, we should ask, right? Otherwise, we just jam gamble, and they're like, wait, we wanted to score. Or res, excuse me. Okay, cool. So we got the gamble off. We don't want to play 2. We want to kind of show what we have in our hand. We got a nice double install here. If we have a DDM, we could do this into DDM. They could easily, like, money clearly matters in this deck, so they might actually be on, this probably is a pad campaign, right? Could actually be an Aries. That's good. We can get that off for sure. Beth is probably better than the same old thing, wouldn't you say? And if they do score the Aries, we'll at least get the fan site. All right. Okay, we lose 1. They're going to get a bunch of money. I don't think we're going to go trash this. We're just going to interact with them as little as possible. Thank God they're running this current. It's an extra 2 credits to steal an agenda, so money is going to matter a bit. They don't have a lot of money, but we're going to get credit from Beth, and we can just go ahead and set up. No Pirate Hook. We're not running Grappling Hook in this. We don't have enough influence. We spend 9 influence on this thing. We don't want to trash that because as soon as we trash that, we have to worry about hardening news and C-Source. And I don't actually care how much money they have because it more depends on how much ice they have. And if they need a heavily ice R&D, mind you, this opponent did see our last game, so they know what they need to play around. They can't really have a scoring remote, but they might actually score without ice. Best card we could find right now is a Laguna and a Career Fair. That's not bad. They know we're on this. We can play this, and then we have technically a double install of Bahali and Same Old Thing. Same Old Thing doesn't really do anything. They also know we're on DDoS, but they don't know we have it yet. We have 3 of them in the deck, so... Predictive Algo, love the current. It's a fun current. The art in this card, mind you, is like one of my favorite Netrunner arts. I wish this was on a... They could have printed... There's so much art they could have printed on a Netrunner pad that isn't the fucking World Championship art. What were they doing? We can install these two, I guess. I don't want to install this, but I guess we can install it for free. If we install DDoS, like DDoS isn't that good now they double ice R&D. And I don't know, maybe you do double ice R&D against Shaper right away. Okay, so that's either an MVT, but it's more likely to be a product placement. And that's a 4 credit swing, actually a 5 credit swing if they res it, which they have no reason not to. We're still getting credits with Beth. So Beth just cancels out almost entirely their ability. If this is an MVT, it's really bad, but it actually might be an agenda. If we run it and it's not an agenda, if it is, what's it called? Product placement, we're in a really bad spot. Shasner's saying a lot of their ice is probably pop-ups, and it's true. Pop-ups and offer you can't refuse is ice that we can get through for free. And it's actually really easy for us to DDM through that. Now, if we draw once more, we have a double install. That was 1 click too late. I don't think we need a double install this turn. I'd rather just take the money. If they score an agenda here, it's not that bad, especially if it's a 1-pointer because, okay, back campaign, that's great. Mind you, if you have the influence, Maryland campaign is almost strictly better than launch campaign. It doesn't give you a credit immediately, but either they have that card or the deck is so full of influence they can't fit in the Maryland. Maybe also they don't have the full card pool, I don't know. But Maryland, generally people have big boxes. Also, if they care about credits, this might be an Ash. Okay, so MVT is alive and well. If we run this, they can res it and DDoS is offline, but we can always Holly through it. If it's an endless EULA, I'm fine with them going down to 2 credits. I think we might actually want to run this. If it's MVT through an ice that robs us of money or it gives us a tag, it's really bad. So I think we can just set up and do the thing that we want to do. Okay. We're not drawing into our things. We haven't found any diesels or any lagunas. This we can break most ice. I guess money matters in this matchup. If they score an agenda, they go down to like 6 credits. That's fine. I see a tea bag. What are you drinking? I got peppermint tea. I'm not feeling very well right now. That's okay. We don't have the Cella, but they're on 6 credits, which is okay. Yeah, I have a bit of a sore throat this evening, puppy. So I gotta like not talk as much, but that's kind of the opposite of what we do here. All right, so we have a DDM plan here. That doesn't generally end the run. If it's an Ash, we don't mind. We have a billion credits. That's another all-nighter. We could go ahead and install double these, install, take a credit. If we had a Proco or Laguna right now, it'd be so good. Again, Proco is less likely considering we didn't put it in the deck, but that's the idea. And this EULA isn't live on NRDB. Okay, so we don't have to play around that, but that's a new Chinteki Ice that just came out. It's pretty nuts. Trash the Pad, I don't want to interact with them. I don't think the money matters as much as their deck has shit money. I think we actually just run this one. Feeling feisty. Yeah, we piece next time to recover if they do like do a C-source or some shit. So I don't want to run this. They can res it if they want. If they res it, it's probably fine. It's a pop-up. I don't want to DDoS a pop-up. The fact that they're asking makes us think that this is a bait. So let's see if it's a pop-up. That's a 3 credit swing. Res your toll booth, go down to 0. It's fine. Oh, they're thinking about it. They thought we DDoSes. Yo, Dean, what's up? New Crim card making me want to try another Security Nexus Nightmare. Yo, man, how's it going? Firstly, secondly, yeah, that whole like Poutine deck, I think is really good with that. There's a lot of stuff here that's good with that. I think Security Nexus is good. If you haven't seen Timmy Wong's deck list in Nero, it's a product placement. We're probably gonna run this again. We have enough credits to trash this safely and just click for 2. That sucks. We called the wrong one. So we have more credits than them. They'll have 11. They can do credit, hard-hitting news, and then we just clear the credits, and next turn we piece out of it. I think it's worse for them than us. And I feel like our piece and our times are the most valuable card. If we throw out our levy, that means we have the same old thing, levy or bust, and that actually might be a bit of too hard of a tempo hit, but I love all these other cards too much. Honey and lemons feel nice. Yeah, I got lemon in that one too. Been good, just been busy with work. Hey, Dan, thanks for the games. Gotta go. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Enjoy the rest of your week. Oh, economic warfare, of course. Oh, now we get hard-hitting news to shit. Oh, double economic warfare. Oops. Yeah, we should. Oh, we also should have played around that. I forgot. Oh, wow. Whoa, that's actually really good for us. They double economic warfare and we drew into 2-piece. Fuck you. We're back up. They have more money too, but at least they just spend 4 with their influence. And that might be why they can't have Maryland campaign, because they're on 3 of this. And they actually didn't capitalize on that, so I don't even know if that's the right time to play it. So we can't run. We do have the Laguna. Ideally, we draw into a 0-cost resource and double install it, but I think that's pretty unlikely. Maybe we actually draw into a career fair. It was worth a shot. It's actually pretty high chance. Like, we have 3 career fair in the deck, and then like a 2 more fan sites, 1 same old thing, 3 cellas. Like, there's a lot of 0-pointers we could have drawn there. I think we draw once. No, that we can't install. If we install this, we didn't run. We go down to 9. That's fine. Do we install this going down to 6? Yeah, it's fine because we're gonna fire another one next turn. Hope you feel better. Thanks so much, Dean. I'll play a bit of one of them Haleys and let you know. Yeah, let me know how it goes. HQ might be loaded, but again, that's fine. If they flood, it's okay. That actually is likely to be an agenda. Others scoring that. That's good. Well, I wish we had a fan site, actually. Maybe that isn't good. Another piece. Let's go. Oh, they scored an agenda, of course. Counterplay. Game lost in our time. Where the fuck is our career fairs and shit? Daily casts? We have a lot of stuff we could be installing now. As long as we keep more than 1 credit, we're okay. I feel like we should be setting up for a win here. We just need money. This card seems good. Oh, we have 2 all-nighters, so it's actually not that necessary. Oh, they res that. That's fine. Okay, so we knew what that is. Don't need this. I don't feel like we need this. We have another in our deck if we do. And peace seems like the most important card. I want to throw out a DDM because it looks like the notorieties are going to be easier. Like, we just have to break 1 piece of ice. Judicious use of lizards and Congos is key here. HQ seems like a gamble. Yeah, it does, right? We have to be a bit judicious. Okay, they prepared for that shit. That's fine. Fan site would be so good here, and I think we're going to draw into 2 fan sites, so we're going to play this. They have a lot of money, and that's an issue. That's 1 fan site. And that's 2 fan sites. Damn, we're good. And we don't generally need this. We have another piece next turn, which is great, but they still have more money than us, and we have no Drippy Con. We're going to play full asset spam and scroll out. And we can click for a credit here or throw a card out. I think clicking for a credit is fine, because we generally value install this later, and money matters a lot in this matchup. If they score this, they go down in credits. We might be able to interact with them. Okay, that's likely a food. That puts them on game point. This now is difficult. This is now difficult. We did not set up anywhere near fast enough. I think we might just want to slam DDM. The thing is, like, what are they going to do? Exchange of information? We have nothing yet. They can do C-Source into All-Seeing Eye. That's like, we lose. Yeah, Puppy says, hope they're running All-Seeing Eye, right? Does this deck just implode against Scarcity? 100%. You just walk away. 100% you walk away. You could jam currents in here, but I don't think many currents that are actually good with this. Like, none of the shaper currents are good in this. None of the neutral currents. Like, you don't want to play traffic jam. It's against what we're doing. So if we go off next turn, it's pretty good. It could be a food or a big Beal. Either of those are bad. We don't have a Liberated Cella yet, which sucks. Because we need a... If they can let us score Liberated Cella, that's kind of the option. Julian saying DDoS DDM. Yeah, fuck it. We're behind. We got to go in and hope they don't have it or we're going to lose. So let's go ahead and hit that, friend. Let's go see a bunch of cards. We gonna trash that. Okay. Show us a pop-up. It's a wraparound. Fuck. Alright. Get through that once. Joke's on you. You paid 5 credits. 2 credits for that. You're getting the money back. It's fine. Trash red herrings. Yeah, okay. Trash red herrings. Oh, okay. Hard-hitting news. Oh, that's a pretty good top deck. NGO front. Oh. Huh. Oh, that's really bad. Well, okay. In for penny, in for pound. So we're getting hard-hitting news next turn. We could not trash this and just click for 3 so that we can't get hard-hitting news. That seems like probably better. Now we could run HQ. We have all these all-nighters. So I think we run HQ. Yeah. Run archives. Use all the all-nighters. And then just click for credits. And yeah, we're going to be tagged, right? What restricted card are you running? We're not. E-Strike would be cool. We don't have influence for E-Strike. E-Strike would be good. It's hard to win against Ag Infusion. Okay, well, we're going to get hard-hitting news. That's just what's going to happen here. Pop-up. Do we want to save a credit on that? Probably not. Let's get an agenda here and we win. Preemptive, okay. Okay. So 1 notoriety. Oh, that's good. 3 agenda points. Okay. We're going to lose this one really soon to exchange of information. Okay, well, I don't know actually we had to use that. Oh, another narrator. That's pretty cool. 1 on 4 points. That's pretty sweet. So we want to keep a credit for sure. Keeping 2 credits really doesn't matter much. Now the Liberated Cella pressure is on. Oh, we're on Levy. Oh, fuck yeah. I keep forgetting that's a restricted card. So we could use another one of this, but then we don't have a Liberated... Yeah, it's hard. They probably hard-hitting news us here. So getting a credit doesn't really help much. No matter what, we play that next turn. Okay, this is bad. It's not great, but we had to go all in, right? Yikes. Drawing a card. What did they draw? I forget. And the hard-hitting news comes out last click. That's fine. That's fine. Trace 4. We don't beat that. All right. So if we play this, we can clear 3 of the tags. We're weak to psychographics. We're weak to boom. They might be on boom, considering they're all in, it seems, on the hard-hitting news, and they could have the boom in hand. So we could play this and clear 3 tags. What are we thinking? I think that's probably correct. Because they probably go all in and trash all this stuff. This is also likely an NGO front. I forget where the exchange of information is coming up. I think it's coming up now. Wait, actually, I think we can clear all the tags, right? Yeah, we can clear all the tags. Ah, that's cool. Okay. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. Right, Beth. Thanks, Beth. That's our misdirection, am I right? Okay. Seems okay. Now credits don't really matter that much. Grumble, grumble. We just need to find our stuff. We need to find our cella. Ooh, another notoriety is pretty sweet because we know we can fire it off. Clear the 4 tags. Yeah, chat. Way ahead of you. Timberling also got it first, so. Okay, that's the NGO front. We called it. We know they are not drawing an agenda yet. So we need to just start firing the liberated cellas off because as soon as you're ahead, we can win with the cellas. We shouldn't have used that all-nighter there too. That was tech 100% a misplay. That's the last product placement. They goofed it. Okay. So we gotta play on Knife's Edge, right? Yeah, using that all-nighter was definitely a mistake. We have another one, which is pretty great. Draw. Okay. Things are getting good now. Do we have daily casts in this deck? I feel like we do. Jokes. Where did daily casts go? I thought we had daily casts. I guess I'm thinking of the other deck. So we can double install these, and then we're in the driver's seat. I think that's good. And if we want to interact with them, we have to click for credits. The chance that they're on another hard-hitting news is relatively high. And if they score that, we basically can just spend a bunch of turns forfeiting. This is the point in time we're having our second copy of our temple would be good because this is our last all-nighter, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go and find it. We did not find it, but we did find another win condition. So let's click for 2 credits. So basically, if we can liberate Cella once, and if that fires, I don't know. They're advancing. That's probably an agenda. So I think, oh, we don't even have to use this. Oh, this is really good. So they can remove a card from the game. They probably remove this one from the game. That's fine. Do we use our whole turn? That's okay. Oh, oops, oops, oops. I did a misclick. Do you mind? That should have obviously been the fan side. I just clicked the first thing that wasn't an agenda. And now we went off notoriety. Okay, I don't know how to. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Chat, everything's good here. It's all fine. They're all green, right? They're all green. They're small. It's a small, I got a big screen, okay? It's fine. It's okay. So we 100% win the game. We notoriety for the win. Unless they triple ice R&D. We did it. I think we did it. They got a triple ice R&D. Got a triple ice essential server, otherwise you lose the last notoriety. They have biotic, we lose, so we're going to win. How do we win? We can DDM this. We need to keep 1 credit for that, so let's not goof it up. So we U this, go, yeah, we win. 100% we win, right? Yeah. Even if we hit Archangel, we win. Actually, that's not true. I think you can drag and drop notoriety. It's okay. We'll be fine. So we use the R and this, run R&D, use that, run HQ, run archives. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we got this. I'm hoping we don't goof it up because we never goof it up. Yeah, Timberling, we can win off notoriety. Thank you. I need to be amped up like that. This one we'll go ahead and Kangamato, I guess. I think Kangamato is right. Bali is not right. And we're going to see 1 card. We could have, in theory, actually deep data mining here, but it'd be close on credits. Corporate sales team. Ah, fuck, we can never win off notoriety. Never happens. Good game. Okay, it's going. It keeps happening. We keep winning. Your early rush looked good. If that NGO was a food. God damn it. That keeps happening. It's like, oh, we'll just make single axes. Fuck. We win. Yeah, that NGO was a food, we'd be in a pretty bad spot. Yeah, which is way too strong. Way too strong. Gain a credit, then DDM. It's an option. The thing with DDM is Archangel more likely fires, and then I guess we can always get through the pop-ups. That's fine. Just didn't draw agendas for like 4 turns. Shit, 8 agenda points, huh? That would have been 9, right? Because we would have got the notoriety off. Seems good. My other freaking ear. Sorry if I'm yelling. I am yelling. It's like even when you win, you win. Muffin Night, thanks so much. For the game, eh? Makes up for my neurals. See you around. All right, it's 11:40. We have time for another game. What are we doing? We can do another one of this. I don't have anything otherwise interesting built. Otherwise, it's like let's go back and do Sunny White Hat. What do you guys? Do you want to see another one of this, or do you want to do Sunny? Or if someone throws a deck list at me that's not difficult, we can do it. But it has to come in like next 30 seconds, and it has to not be a late game deck because it's 11:40, and let's be reasonable, huh? Also, if you're just tuning in, my name is Andre. I am 1 lemon in and a whole bunch of tea. I think I'm drinking like 2-3 liters of water. I also noticed I said drinking, and I'm not upset by that. Today a new data pack comes out. We will definitely do an unboxing of that soon. Both seem fun. Haley seems more spicy. Yeah, Haley seems like really spicy. And like the games are actually kind of interesting. And like you see a lot of like those degenerate combo decks and they're not interesting. It's just like I'm going to sit back and DDoS and then Apocalypse and Blackmail and all that. And this one's actually kind of like cool. I put seeds in here. I'm going to regret that real soon. Unscheduled Mobius is fun. Not too late gamey. Do you need, how do you win though? Is it just money? I'm just chilling, watching whatever. Hey Schnaz, how's it going? Okay, we're gonna do another Haley. It seems like I'm kind of in the headspace for that right now. But it's pretty hit or miss. Yeah, that's the problem with Mobius, right? As soon as they ice that shit up. Oh, Julien's in here. What up, dude? Romas is the other person who from what I understand, made this deck. We're playing against Titan Fast Advance. This is gonna be a hard matchup. Opening with 2 fan sites is all we need. If they do rush out the hostile. Going fast, huh? 419. Remy, it's not implemented yet. That'll probably be next week. Let's do it. Also, big shout outs to Julien. He came in 9th at Canadian Nationals this year, just on like 0.01 strength of schedule or something like very, very minor. That's generally what it is when you have a competition with that many strong players. So, you want it? Let's do it. I regret this. Okay, so like the best thing we could open up was DDM, but double fan sight's actually pretty good. I don't know whether we can spend our whole turn against Titan, but Titan can't. One sec. Yeah, everyone. They kept. That's scary. But DDM opening would be really good. If you steal one of their Alices, 1 or 2 of their Alice, they shit the bed. I played against Julien. He won a GNK this weekend with probably this deck, and he's running a whole bunch of. I think it's 2 or 3 biotics. Priority. Fuck you, man. The construction card. Giving the money is actually not that big of a deal. I think we'll do it. That's good. Oh. A bit too late. Now if they score the hostiles, we'll get some value. Running priority construction and the other one. You should run bug. It's pretty expensive. I'll keep that hand. Oh, Remy also made top 22. Don't let anyone forget that. Top 22 is pretty good. He's running null. Okay, so what do we want to do here? There's no card that we draw that makes HQ running better. And if they're doing this, it means that this is the construction unless it's like a mind game play and they have a card in hand. So I think slamming HQ for a whole turn is not that bad because we're actually relatively well set up. Ice Wall, okay. Maybe we do 3 times, I don't know. CVS. I think we're actually going to trash that just to make our runs here better. It's also something less one fewer thing they can bait us into remote. This maybe the same Ice Wall. I don't know how many Ice Walls he runs. On fucking Ice Wall 3 times? Are you serious? That was my turn? I don't know why you didn't tell them. Remy made top 22 at Canadian Nationals playing null. It was a bad choice. That's Laguna null too, right? We can assume that's an Ice Wall. Oh, come on, man. So I think maybe this is how we set up to win. He has 2 cards in hand. We're assuming they're both Ice Walls. Let's keep going. Career Fair, but we don't have the card yet. If we draw once more, we can double install this and this, which is not too bad. We still can play the hedge fund next turn, so I think we'll do that. This does Ice Wall relatively well. Congratulations, Remy. Ah, chat. Executive Boot Camp. Cool. So that's a tutor card. That's going to fuck you. No. My plan. This is a big deal. We gotta trash this because now he can pre-res ice. Julian's using this as a tutor for reconstruction project. The fast advance Wayland card. He's drawing a lot. So that's really bad for us because DDoS gets a lot worse. So I think we're gonna run HQ before he trashes this because then he puts a... Actually no, running this first is probably right. I'm assuming he just reses an ice wall. Oh, it's a mouseless. That obviously fires. So worst hit is DDM. Hits the notoriety. That's the hit that's the most morally upset. If he has an agenda in here, he should pop this. He did not. So we want to clear the tag for sure. I think we want to trash this. Actually, it doesn't matter at this point because there's no outermost piece of ice. That's the one that matters. If we diesel, we can't clear the tag. We have to remove the tag. These are way too good to not remove the tag. We can double install here. No, we can't. So we'll just hedge fund and next turn we'll get Haley value. Null is fun times and hot. Yeah, he is, huh? I managed to pull a win out of a surprise null effect. His opponent forgot he was playing null and tried to score behind a thing that he can null through. That was the best play of the day, I'm pretty sure. According to Remy, at least. I'm just glad you're not playing Security Nexus. I'm sick of death of that card. Play Emergent Creativity Monolith. Schnez, excuse me. You're going to see a lot of Monolith for the next long time. So buckle your hat up. Or that's not right. Alright, another fan site's good. We want to trash this before they pre-res the outermost on HQ. It's not that we get that much DDoS value anymore, but they'll probably pop this. Searching for an asset, cost them 1 credit. It's a reconstruction contract, so fast advance is in hand. I just gained a credit for no reason. So this is good too. I think we might have to go a bit faster, but we need to get pressure on. It's a really hard fucking matchup. Because we can draw once here. That's good. We'll keep that as a surprise. And then we'll get all 3 of these out. Now we just need to find the cello. Are you playing against Tenon? Not exactly. Some hats have buckle things on them. Yeah, they do, right? So Julian now has money, so I don't actually feel bad giving this credits. I don't actually think we need this money. Actually, we probably have to go fast enough. Can't spend a click playing this. Not that we're going to draw. That's a good reason why to give him credits. If we draw up once here, we can install 3 cards this turn by doing Career Fair Beth that. It's not a surprise we're on this, so I don't feel bad about it. They're not going to build a remote ever. And I think playing the hedge fund is probably not necessary. Like, we want to just win on DDM. If we steal 1 or 2 Alices, we win the game. I think we're talking about Pilgrim Heads. It's funny how he knows your deck. He counters it so hard. Yeah, he's playing it really intelligently against it. And that's kind of the thing. It's like, if these decks become meta decks, playing what the fuck is this? Playing around them is like totally possible. So we know we need 2 Kongamatos, 1 Gabali, 1 Kongamato for this. That's for sure. He can actually like fast advance Global Food Initiative too, which is kind of scary. So we just need more of these. Oh, that's actually what we wanted. I'll play this first. I'll double install with this, and then we can double draw once for our last click, and that's pretty good. So we have enough. We can probably... Actually, we probably want to go Bahali, but we can likely deep data mining next turn. He's probably just drawing into all his biotics. He knows he needs to try to combo off and win in 1 or 2 turns, because this card means if you're not scoring agenda after agenda, you're going to be losing your agendas. That being said, if you're ahead with Titan, I think you can just let us have 2 points. We have 6 points on the table. They got 1 notoriety. It's really hard to notoriety this HQ. So I don't even think they have to worry about notoriety. People just put lemon in water, right? Like slices of lemon in water. That's like the bourgeoisie hotels do. Probably should do that. It's not an expensive treat. Lemon's nice. What is this? We haven't fucked that up. You have to use the token before they trash cello, right? Yeah. Yes. Ooh, they're dedicating it to end the run. Oh, that means their hand draw is really bad because they generally want to keep these. Okay, that's perfect. That means we can next turn fire it off for sure. They probably have an archer here somewhere, so that's not a card we have to actually respect, and we're not DDoSing it. So this is really perfect. We have 1 more gamble we could possibly draw. Okay, fair enough. I'll take it. And we can double install this. We can install this, I guess, but we're in no rush. We probably actually should have hit this off. Because, actually, no. They're playing Biotic. We don't want to give them credits. We actually want to get them on 15, though, so that it's easy for us to liberate some Chella. And we need this next turn. So I think we're just going to credit twice. No, we definitely want this, too. Every card here is too good. So I think we'll just lose our value and credit once. Lemon is for the rich, Andre. It's like fucking, what's that shit called? People are just drinking all the time sparkling water. Oh, I don't get it. Manufacturing, what's up? They call it diet water. Not just lemon, cucumber and berries. Oh, cucumber water is really good. Okay, now he's fucking with us. Now we actually need the DDoS. I think it's worth it. We're not going to get much more value off the DDoS, and we're not going to need any credits. So I think DDoS into deep data mining is probably good enough, and we can generally steal one Atlas. I don't know. One Atlas is probably good enough because it's so much harder for them to fast advance. Issue is we can't trash a lot of their reconstruction projects, and we kind of want to do that. So we could wait in one turn to peace in our time. We maybe wanted to peace last turn, actually. This puts us down to 1 credit. We can't trash any of the construction projects. They trash like for 4. 8 is a lot of ice for Centrals. Yeah, that's a lot, but they're not going to ever ice a remote. I think we're just going to go for it. I did not expect them to ice that up again. So we're going to use the DDoS. Oh, let's fly. Again, Spiderweb is the worst. Their deck is not blank. Oh, we had a DDoS out. Oh, fuck. Timberlang, thank you. That's the problem with asset spam, right? This one has less value. This is fine. This is acceptable. If it hits the DDM, fuck. That's okay. We can still credit clear the tag. Okay. This breaks through Archer, so it's more valuable. I think we're going to actually use the Kangamato on here. Now, there's not a lot of old end runs. Let them realize after. Okay. Let's find an Atlas. Hedge Fund, not good. Ice Wall, that's bad. Got it. Audacity, new construction. Got it. Found one. So the next 3 cards are trash. We can always recover for them. Good, you found them. And now the fast advanced threat on our side of the board is on. We definitely need to clear this tag. I wish we had one more click, which we could in theory, so that we can peace in our time next turn. That seems important. Because we have this in hand. I think actually, oh, hold on. Click, credits, tag. Because we're going to do this first, so we can remove the tag and gain credit. Yeah, so that we can play this next turn. Talk way too fast. Yeah, it's pretty bad for them that they can't find them. And I forgot what the next 3 cards are. The third one down is a reconstruction project. I think it's Ice Wall Hedge Fund Reconstruction Project. So they drew a reconstruction project. That's a combo piece. No, they just drew Audacity. They hedge fund. Okay, so now... Oh yeah, they spent a lot of money on that. So this is an Ice Wall. So another DDM is good enough soon, so we're just going to have to try and win off of other things. Stealing a hostile would also be pretty sweet. Let's give them money. They can biotic out now, but it's okay for us. Notoriety, huh? That's really good. Let's go. They can typically fast the new construction too if they have a reconstruction contract and dedication. They totally can. I think Julian's only on one of these, and we disagree on it. But I think he's only on one. So it's all foods and atlases. Excuse me, I'm falling apart. So we know this is ice that we don't know, and we know this is an ice wall. So no matter what, whatever this is matters a lot. That is an EBC. They probably should ice that up. I don't think they have ice for it. 1 credit short for an extra click. Did I goof something? Oh, they're dedicating things. Oh, they're dedicating that. How do they win? I think they just win on biotic. Oh, how do we win? I think now we have to play slow. We definitely want to trash this though. If it's an EBC, they can res their stuff and DDoS gets bad. We can't have that, can we? We still have the levy. So I think we want to all use all these and then aggressively levy. So they'll pay 1. That shuffles their deck actually, which has some value. It also is pretty good against indexing. This card's actually kind of hot right now. Snez is saying sliced strawberries and water. That actually would be pretty pleasant. I'll do tomatoes. That sounds terrible. The searching for an asset is definitely going to be another one of their reconstructions. They have 3 in the deck. I think it's their only asset. I mean, they had 14, needed 1 more credit to get you a Beth Click. Oh, I see what you mean, yes. So they got 2 reconstructions in hands and an Audacity. That's relatively scary, but Audacity is super hard to play considering that they've been just drawing. So they probably have 1 or 2 foods in here. We can just draw. Okay. Career Fairing at the Bahali is not terrible, but if we draw again, we can get a double install. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we can double install this and that, and then this is trash. If Julian's draw was better, we'd be in a pretty bad spot. Fuck. So we trash this. It costs 3. We go down to 4. Might as well play this first. It's a reconstruction project. His hand is jamming up hard. Oh, it's 4. Okay, so I was wrong. I probably should just be clicking for credits there. Can we DDM? I think we are at the point where we might be able to consider DDMing. I think if we get the second Atlas, we win. I don't think he can win on another Atlas. Oh, this is really rough for him. Sorry, bud. Okay, so this is Ice Wall. So this we need. Okay, this we need a excuse me. So there's 3 pieces of ice. Yeah, right. There's 3 pieces of ice. If this one ends the run, it can't be an archer. If it's an archer, it's fine. But we have to use the DDoS to find out. And if this is an end the run ice, we're fucked because we need 3 end the runs. That being said, this will fire to do 3 net damage, and that's really bad. Actually, not that bad. No agenda, kill me now. Oh man, don't feel bad. His deck is evil. Not entirely. So what's left in the game? So we have 1 more Kangamato in the deck in the bottom 5. So the chance of us double drawing into it's pretty good. We did it. So I think actually we can still DDM this turn. We can install the DDM. We can actually career fair out the DDM. I don't give a shit about this one. It's more cards in hand though for Mouseless. So we can always take a click off of this one. We should have been putting clicks on this last turn. So we have to use our DDoS. We take a click off of that. Yeah, I think we're okay. This is a pretty fun deck, the Titan one. It's pretty good. It's doing relatively well against a lot of competitive decks, especially Anarchs. I think Clot really helps. That's why you saw the deck we played earlier today that swapped legwork for Clot. I think that's a pretty good include. Yeah, we might as well take this. So actually we didn't even need to do that. No. So we could just DDM here. We'll probably take 4 net damage. Yeah, actually we don't need all these clicks left. We can just double drop. Losing our levy. How bad is that? No, we have the same old thing. It's fine. Let's see how bad this is. And no matter what, we probably use all these breakers. Oh, excuse me. Whoa, that was close. So this we don't know what it is. It's another Mouseless. Interesting. So we're going to take 4 net damage. Okay, so we did play around that. That's good. Fire. We might just win right here. Lost a bet. That's acceptable. So this one we want to use the Kangamato has less value. The Gabahali we definitely want to keep for these. This is a Gabahali. Fire the other 2. So we're going to take 3 more net damage. If it hits the levy, it's technically the worst for us because we lose tempo, same old thinking it. That's not the worst, I guess. And this will Gabali. And this is a good time to levy too because we're using all our resources. They can actually jam in a remote, but we're going to see the top 5 cards of their deck. Atlas, next card. Fast Track. Beanstalk. Horton. Fuck, it's not even getting point. So we definitely have to remove the tag, otherwise we have a chance of losing the same old thing. I forget whether we just saw best defense or not. They are in there. So we see the next 4 cards, and I don't remember what they are. I don't know what the last card is. I don't know. It's probably not great. I don't know what it is. Oh boy. We're gonna credit. Next turn we're gonna levy. We'll do this whole shit again. Yep. Yeah, I don't know if they can win. I think we just click for a lot of credits at this point. I don't know what they can be doing. So now we only know 1 more card. Actually, the last card is not a DDM. It's not a piece. What is it? Piece. Is it a piece? This is a piece. That's a piece. It's a piece in our time, which means we definitely should have drawn there. That sucks, because that actually robs us a whole turn. It's 100% a piece in our time. I'm gonna go run archives. Just wait out and play cello? Yeah, that's the thing, is we can just wait out and play cello. There's no way we lose this unless we get hard hitting news, and I don't think he's on it. C-Source Exchange is good too. Okay. We don't even need to hit this. Oh, actually, yeah, we only have 1 all-nighter. We can't say Molting Levy. Let's keep our money up. C-Source Exchange would be bad, but they need an agenda for that. That's okay. Hard hitting news, we can also clear the tag, so there's not much they can do. And he has 12 cards left and has to score. Did have a fast track too, though, so they could have drawn with it. Can we get a link to this deck after the game? Charmis, it's hard to give you a link because the chat is in a different window, let alone this deck isn't published. But if you want to take a picture real quick, it looks like this. Hit Alt, print screen, if you're on a Windows machine, and you'll be able to get it. Thought you were drawing? Puppy, you're right. We should have drawn. Card and remote, probably the winning agenda. 100% trash this will draw. Fucking hell. Agenda's all HQ. HQ's all agendas. Yeah, you can't have that. That's one of the ways you win. Yeah, that sucked. So we can still clear the tags, I think, if the card didn't use us. No, we're 1 credit short. Oh, no, we can. Yeah, because we have peace. And that's the problem with these tiny decks. If you don't draw an Atlas, you lose the game. That being said, this is a very ridiculous board state for a Titan game. I think advancing that is right, but that just kind of postpones the death that will eventually happen. Awesome, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for asking. Okay, we've had enough. Let's go ahead and levy before they maybe play our clock down and we lose. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, oh, you actually probably wanted to try using that. They res their ice that has a bad face check, so we should have run HQ and had this fire because we can get through that. This point, not much is that important to do. We can kind of just sit back because as soon as they fast advance 1 card, we're good. Also, notoriety wins the game for what it's worth. But they need to score 7 agendas and 9 points. So now the Liberated Cella happens over and over again. Hostile is pretty good. Not good enough. So we have to use one of these. Oh, no, we don't even have to. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7 out of the game. Okay. So they gave us a bad pub. That's it. Fast track for another hostile. Let's go. Biotic labor for the hostile. So they still have to score a lot of points relatively quickly, and they just used the biotic on that. I think they're just gonna like jam through this. Man, this is goofy. Luckily we still have it. How does this work? Oh, we have to forfeit an agenda. Okay, cool. So technically we should be forfeiting first. Biotic archive memories. Oh, what's happening? For a fast track. Fast track. What? For a hostile? Oh, man. Still at 15 credits. Scoring that also gives more money. This is hilarious. 5 cards left. Okay, so this is definitely a win. Cella's being so cool right now. It's runner fast advance. What? From YouTube, there's a message in Cyrillic. I'm afraid I don't understand it, but Pashenka, how's it going? All right, they're going for a remote game. They have to win in 3 turns. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Yeah, this is going pretty good for us. Yeah, not much to do at this point. They're already dead. Yeah, it's okay. This is the deck they gave to us, so I don't feel particularly bad about it. Money actually isn't that necessary. Diesel's technically better than anything else. I guess money's the best thing we have. None of these cards really matter that much. We can keep drawing. So all the fan sites are at. Career fair with this would be nice, but at least we have one for next turn. So we'll do this, and we'll install an all-nighter. I think is technically most useful because it gives us a click. That's a fine card. We don't want this. All right, so they have 3 turns to win. Easy life. Shouts at this deck rules. It's going all right. Man, they need to draw hostile. So how many decks? There's like 2, 4, 6, 79. There's still 11 points of an agenda within 6 cards. I think we should run archives there. Most runners can make good use of that bad pub. Yeah, right? Bet they already feel dead on the inside. They might just a bit. Ah, they decked themselves. I don't think you can actually draw right now. You can't click to draw because you're not changing the game state, I'm pretty sure. GG. Got him. Oh man, that's crazy. What a deck. Yeah. It's a problem. Only one good agenda. Titan only has one good agenda. All the other agendas are just like, I'm scoring these to win. And sure, you could argue for your armored servers or whatever, but it's so hard to be good. Jank plus top tier deck. The thing, puppies, I think this deck is actually relatively good. I need 3 hostiles to get away from Cellas. Yeah, you need to burn through those for sure. Could bait the June bug. It's not likely gonna happen. And that's the problem, is they need to score the hostile first, because as soon as you have to score the hostile first, they're not forced to forfeit an Atlas or a 2. Like, they have to score the 1-pointers first. My draw is ridiculous. And they're not running standoff, right? Because as soon as you score a 2-3, it's basically, do I win the game or do you forfeit at 1-2? So they have to score these first. As soon as you went value dedication, I knew it was bad. The last card was my first Atlas. Oh, God. Well, I got my evening's Atlas Revenge. That turned the Atlas to the last card and worked out fine. Well, thanks for the game, eh? Also, Romas. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for watching this evening. Oh, sweet. Hey, cheers. So this is Romas's deck list, by the way. I don't know this person. I think Julian played against them and liked the deck a lot and has been working on it. So huge shout out to them. To all the people we played against tonight, thanks so much for the games. To all the people who are dropping by and wishing me well. Also, I'm honestly feeling pretty bad. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll be back. We got a data pack out today. It's looking really, really, really cool. It's been really good. Netrunner all around has been really great lately. I can't say that enough. Coming back from Canadian Nationals, seeing a relatively diverse top 8 and seeing like all the pretty fun decks that are competitive. It's been a really good time for Netrunner. Even if you don't play competitive, there's so much that's possible. Feeling responsible for that idea. I like it a lot. It's a good idea. Fun stream tonight. The deck was silly good. Hey, thanks for dropping by, Chris. Also, Dr. Apathy. Good night, get well. Thanks so much. Cheers. That's all from me. We'll be back in a week. Otherwise, there's not any Netrunner events. Oh, actually, yeah, if you're in Montreal, come down on Monday to the Randolph Pub. We're doing a game night kit. It's, I think, the new game night kit with like Kakugo and CTM, so maybe you want to see that. It's at the Randolph Pub. Come get a beer, get some food. It's a really good time. Otherwise, thanks so much, and see you around. Also, I don't know what's been happening, excuse me, on YouTube. YouTube always cuts out like the first hour and a half of the stream until like 2 days later. If you're watching this on YouTube, you probably already, maybe you get to the end, I don't know. But the issue is it cuts off, like it takes like a couple days for the stream to not be only 2 hours long. I don't know what that's about. I'll look into it, but that always happens. Okay, cool. Have a good night. Ciao.